Here we go. And we are live. Back again today, continuing these shiny hunts. Yesterday, the success we had in the shiny hunts were insane. We came stepping out, first stream of the year, first stream using this new shiny charm, and we managed to get, what, 3 different shiny starters in the span of, like, I don't know, like, what would have been, like, 20, 30 minutes, maybe. We got 3 different shiny starters. We started off looking for Litten, which was the shiny hunt that caused us to make the decision to get the shiny charm in the first place. For those that don't know, when you complete the shiny charm, or when you complete the Pokedex, you get the shiny charm. And I was like, you know what? We do all these shiny hunts. This Litten, I'm not able to find it, so let's get the shiny charm and see what we can do. You guys are telling me if you have a Encounter Power 3, Sparkling Power 3, Herba Mystica sandwich with the shiny charm, you're pretty much guaranteed a shiny. And we were about halfway through the sandwich. And I'm like, I mean, we still haven't found one yet. I don't know how good this thing really is. Then with about 13 minutes left on the sandwich, we find the shiny Litten. Maybe not, maybe a little bit less. It might have been like 12 minutes left on the sandwich. We find shiny Litten, super hyped up and exciting, but we're like, we still have all this time left. Let's go look for something else. We were in the coastal biome, the canyon biome, I believe it's called. I don't know the names of the biomes, my bad. I believe it was the canyon biome, the place where, the Steel Elite Four member is in the terrarium, and we're like, you know what? Litten's up at the top of the hills. Let's go down to the bottom and look for Tepig. We looked for Tepig for probably about 2-3 minutes, and then we found a shiny Tepig. I couldn't believe it. Then we spent the last, I think there was maybe 4 minutes left on the sandwich. So then we went over to the Savannah bio, and we're looking for Charmander. Unfortunately, we didn't find a Charmander, but I mean, I'm not complaining. We got shiny Emboar and Incineroar during the stream yesterday. I can't ask for much more. And then we're like, you know what? Let's start the next shiny hunt, because I was like, after I get Litten, the next one I want would be Sobble. And so I'm out looking for shiny Sobble, and we have a normal water Encounter Power 2 sandwich. And 3 minutes into the sandwich, we get shiny Sobble. I genuinely couldn't believe it. So, like, we are cooking right now with these shiny starters. Today, I think I might look for Rowlet at the start here for a little bit. Maybe, the ones I want, like the first ones I want, Rowlet, Treecko, Totodile. Those are the first 3 that I want to try to get for the next 3 that I can get. Totodile, you guys are telling me, is best in the mass outbreaks, so I might have to time travel to try to get that. But then Treecko, I know where it spawns, and then Rowlet, we know is in the Savannah biome as well. Should we start off with Rowlet for a bit? I might do that. Gil, thank you for tuning in. Before we fire up the game and everything like that, let me just check and make sure the audio is good to go. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Let's see. Catching the starters. Catching the starters. Audio's good to go. Why isn't my phone charging? Hang on. Let me grab the other charger over here. There we go. Now it's charging. Good to go. So, we'll probably look for Rowlet here at the start. Yo, Puffton, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. It means a lot. So, let's head on into Scarlet and Violet. Let's not waste any more time. Let's head on into this game and see what we can find today. Our luck was insane yesterday. That was so crazy. I mean, like, Litten took us so long to look for. And then first stream, first sandwich, with the shiny charm, we get it. After, like, I mean, how many? I think it was 3 or 4 Herba Mystica sandwiches we used before and didn't get anything. First one with the shiny charm, we get it. But then the other 2 shiny hunts we did. Tepig, we got, like, what? It was like 2-3 minutes of looking. And like, to be fair, Sobble, we did do an Encounter Power 2 sandwich before. We only did 1 Encounter Power 2 sandwich for Sobble before, and unfortunately didn't get anything. But that was pre-shiny charm. With the shiny charm, we spent 2-3 minutes of looking. I literally think it was 3 minutes into the sandwich we got it. It was insane. Tomato, thank you for tuning in. Did I get the what? The Litten. Yes, we did. Yes, we did get Litten. Yesterday. Look, I think if I can throw him out right now. Incineroar. Look, he's throwing hands right out the gate on stream. And let me tell you guys, I was using this thing in Showdown last night. I built a team. Incineroar is all he's cracked up to be. And to be fair, the team I was using was with, like, just some of the most OP Pokemon there are. Golden Go, Fluttermane, all those guys. But Incineroar was just a different beast. It was, oh my gosh. And it's not like Incineroar isn't someone that's going to run through teams and stuff like that. He's more so of a defensive guy. I think that's how you're supposed to use him. More so defensive. Dude, he just wreaked havoc. Whether it be parting shot, just simply his ability, intimidate, knockoff, stab, knockoff, dude. Then Flare Blitz, obviously. Okay, now, I think I needed to buy stuff. Oh, the Duraludons. How long are these here for? The Duraludon mass outbreaks. Let's check the map. What mass outbreaks do we have today? Flygon's a cool one. Any starters? No, no starter ones. To be fair, the starters don't even spawn up there for me yet. They're only down to the bottom two. Flygon's a cool one, though. I'm gonna have to go check that out later. But first, I want to do the Rowlet. And I gotta look up Encounter Power 3 Water Sandwich. I don't think there's just a simple one. Grass Encounter Sandwich. Like, the water one was super easy. It was like sour cream, salt, and 6 rice. Like, really, really easy. Yeah, the water one's crazy, man. Great cloth claw sandwich. Man, this is a big, long recipe here. I gotta go into the Blueberry Academy. Because you guys were saying you can buy every ingredient at the place in here. If that's true, dude, this is going to be OP. This is going to make it so much easier. No, just become a champion. So where do I want to go? The outbreaks finished the 3rd. Okay, so we might look for Duraludon later. Once we get a couple starters. So where do I buy the ingredients? No. The Mightiest Mark, I think I have one. Right, that's Donde. Yeah, Mightiest Mark. Wait, that Pokemon's charged with the Unrivaled. It must be the mightiest of them all. Well, it is. Amazing, I'm jealous, but someone's telling me TG pose that can... It's all the raging Galar. Charizard pose emote. I don't know how to emote. I'm trying to figure out where to go buy this stuff. Yo, Braden Plays, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Do I go to the food here? Yeah, for real, we're getting emotes like we're in Fortnite right now. Cafeteria, maybe? Yeah, I have no idea where I go buy food, the ingredients in here. I'm just gonna go back to Messagoza. That's where we always go. Dorm room, classroom, terrarium. It's not somewhere at the terrarium, is it? It's not in the what's it called? Like these things here. Yeah, no way it's there. All right, let's just fly back to Mesagoza. To get some food. So for this sandwich, we are making the Great Cloth Claw Sandwich. We need olive oil, salt, wasabi, cloth stick, tomato, lettuce. Simple enough ingredients. The only thing is wasabi I think we have to go over to Lavencia for. And the cloth sticks are from there as well. Like to buy. Dude, this is throwing it back to how the old streams were. Spend the whole first half of the stream looking for just ingredients. So we got lettuce, tomato. How are you going to have lettuce but not tomato? Anything else from here? I need olive oil. All right, 20 olive oil. Then we need salt. I already have salt, right? Only 6. I'll buy some more. I gotta stock up on ingredients because we've been kind of low on everything. Like, how much pepper do we have? 9, that's good. Butter, cream cheese, good. So now we need wasabi, cloth stick, and tomato. Now, I believe the tomato can be bought just over here. But the wasabi and cloth stick, I'm almost positive, are both at the store in Lavencia. Wait, this place doesn't have tomato? Like, look, dude, I gotta run to 14 different stores. Tomato, there we go. Get 20 tomatoes. Then just wasabi and the cloth stick. You know what? Since we're here, let's buy more rice. Because you need the rice for a lot of the sandwiches. Get a bunch of rice. Because for the fire encounter sandwich and the water encounter sandwich I do, they both need 6 rice per sandwich. Which is kind of a lot, so you run through it fast. So then Lavencia should have the... should have the... other store. I just gotta figure out where it is. That's the Delibird store, like here it is, the convenience store. I went to the restaurant last time looking to buy just straight up ingredients. Like to buy... Oh, look, they have everything here. Wait, what? Lettuce, tomato, olive oil. I gotta just come... I'm just coming here every time. They have everything I need. Wasabi. They have good music here, too. And the cloth sticks. How do they get these? They gotta kill cloths to get the cloth sticks? All yours. More groceries, perhaps? I'm good to go. This is gonna be my go-to grocery store now. What is that store? Is that a Tauros? Oh, you can't go in. All right. Then back to the terrarium we go. A Savannah Rest Area 2. That's crazy. You can fly into specific places in the terrarium from the other regions. Pokemon's wild. Dude, I'm hyped. I'm going to try to build a team to do in Battle Stadium with that Incineroar we got. I'm definitely going to have to use an ability Oh, is it ability patch or capsule? Whichever one changes the ability to the hidden ability. Do that on Incineroar. Already on the moveset we're going to do. We already have the Golden Go. I have an okay Flutter Mane we've used. But hang on, here we go. We got a... Or will it give me the sandwich? Great Cloth Claw Sandwich. Have we made that before? No, we haven't. So this is brand new. So we have one... Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I got to do it in the order it says on here because I'm going to miss something. Olive oil on the next page. So it's tomato lettuce. Tomato lettuce. I think that's everything from this side. Cloth stick isn't... Oh, cloth stick's here. Good. Good thing I checked. Tomato lettuce cloth stick. Tomato lettuce cloth stick. Wasabi salt olive oil. Those should be on the other side. Salt, olive oil, wasabi. Silver pick! And this should be the sandwich. Have we... You know what? Have I ever used lettuce on a sandwich before? We got some big leafy lettuce here. Look at this. No. Oh, the cloth stick. How do these... Can I just drop them? Okay, good. Hopefully those don't fall. Oh my god, I almost fell. There we go. I mean, it's on there. It's on there. Jeez, what a sandwich. Yo, this looks like it'd be a good sandwich. The cloth sticks, I think you'd want to turn a bit. 90 degrees, so you have more cloth stick per bite. Because you have them sideways like that, you're just going to bite and bite the whole cloth stick at once. If you turn them the other way, you get a little bit each time. Makes the sandwich taste better. Oh, this has wasabi on it, too. I don't know. Is wasabi something people put on sandwiches? I don't know if I've ever had wasabi on a sandwich. Like, I've only ever had wasabi, like, at sushi places, I think. Man, wasabi's crazy. There we go. Encounter power grass level 2. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. But hang on. Incineroar needs to heal up, so... Let's go heal him. Oh, you know what? I gotta get Rowlet. Let me grab Rowlet. You gotta get Rowlet. What am I even doing? We're starting with Rowlet. We gotta have Rowlet in the background of the stream. There you go, Rowlet. Give us some luck today. Let's get Rowlet to help us for the stream. Rowlet's got to give us some luck. Okay. Can you see him? See Rowlet in the back? Yep, you can see him perfectly. Perfect. Now off we go. Off we go! To see if... Okay, so Rowlet spawns over that way. Good, I was walking in the wrong direction. Good thing we checked the map. So now... I mean, we had that mass outbreak of Rowlet and we saw them. Oh no, are these Deerling grass type? Oh, this might be a problem. If those are grass too... Well, that one's in the ground. Oh no, it's laying down. We might have to do mass outbreaks for Rowlet. If these are all grass... The Deerling? Maybe we just go in an area where Deerling isn't spawning as much. That one doesn't look like that exists. Man, we were seeing more Rowlets without the sandwich, I feel. Because now we're just seeing Deerling. Sup, Flygon? Okay, here's a pack of Rowlets. None of those are shiny. These are grass type, aren't they? Because Rowlet's pure grass, I believe. Yeah, these things are just grass. Let me check. I believe Rowlet's pure grass. There's no way it's a grass flying, right? Rowlet, what type are you? Oh my god, it is grass flying. But here's the thing. Then we're going to have the Doduos spawning everywhere. So it's like, which do you want? Doduos or Deerlings? What's this raid? Magmar? I'm good. Thanks, Magmar. Thanks anyways. I'm trying to see if there's a spot where Deerling... Because I've noticed, like, the different areas of the terrarium cause different things to spawn. For instance, like, Litten was up high. Tepig was down low. Like, something as simple as that. Like, down on the ground here, clearly Deerling are just everywhere. What if we move upward, say, to the top of this cliff here? Will Deerling continue to spawn? I guess so. The first Pokemon we saw was a Deerling. Where's our boy Rowlet? There's one. Sup, Rowlet. So this shiny hunt seems to be of a slightly bit more of a daunting task than I thought it would be. I think we might have to do just a mass outbreak. We gotta go time traveling. Because at this rate, dude, we're seeing probably just as much as we'd see normally playing the game. Should I start time traveling? Let's try it. Let's start time traveling and see what we can do. We'll do a couple days. I don't want to just sit here and just go until we get one. We'll just do a couple days. All right, nothing. The problem is these events. The Duraludon event. Or Dragon event. It's making it to where they're just everywhere. Oh my god, we got a Rowlet one. Dude. Time travel 2 days and we get a Rowlet mass outbreak. Here we go. Oh, didn't mean to jump off. Alright, here we go. Rowlet mass outbreak. After time traveling 2 days. Some of you guys were saying that the starter mass outbreaks were rare. That's 2 times now we've time traveled for it and got it quick. Where is the little round boy? Rowlet. Dude, is this mass outbreak joking? Okay, there we go. Now, I think we're supposed to beat what? Oh, look at them. Look at Rowlet, dude. I find it kind of interesting it's the savanna biome. Dude, owls don't run around in fields, do they? They lived in trees. Dude, one time, I got up early one morning. I was driving to school. And on my way, I'm leaving my house. And as I'm pulling away, there's like this light pole. And I see this massive owl swoop down under the light pole into the light. And like up and around. And then stood right on top of the light pole. It was this massive great horned owl, dude. It was so cool. Then there was one time we were driving home. One time we were out in up in Michigan, and we were visiting family, and we were leaving, and we were driving past. It was this crazy spot. We were like driving past this cemetery, and we had just turned onto the road the cemetery's on. And as we turn onto the road, a barn owl comes flying down, grabs like some little mouse that was running across the street, and like swoops like right up over the car like that. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. So I've seen owls, some cool stuff of owls in the wild. All right, Incineroar, start packing some of them up. Look, Incineroar's so mean. He just like kicks them, punches them, knees them. Like, see, that one's flying. I'm surprised more of them aren't flying around. Incineroar used Flamethrower. We've been getting lucky, too. Whoa. Yo, Azzy, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. We've been getting lucky, too, with the catching them. It's been rather easy to catch them. Look at that Rowlet's up in the tree. Leo, leave me alone! Adios, Leo. We don't want to be messing with you right now. To everyone tuning in, what we are doing is shiny hunting more starters. After our success yesterday with finding 3 shiny starters, 3 different shiny starters in the span of 20 minutes, we're continuing our journey today. Looking for even more. We are in a Rowlet mass outbreak right now. Seeing if we can get some more Rowlet, or get a Rowlet, because we were looking for more Rowlet spawns, because with the grass encounter sandwich, it makes it to where these deerlings spawn a ton as well. You mean it sounds like capybara? Capybara. Those things are out in Australia, right? Ooh, whoa. I'm not even... Look, I'm looking at you guys at the chat. Didn't even see this Rhyhorn here. One thing I always mix up are those names. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. Because I always feel like it should be the other way. Like, Rhyhorn, I think, is a cooler name. So wouldn't the cooler name be for the more evolved Pokemon? As we were talking about, I mean, the time we did the starter, or not the starter shiny hunt, we were just playing Pokemon Go, Let's Go. We weren't even shiny hunting. And we were talking about the first ever Pokemon, that's when I accidentally used the Master Ball. You like Criminal Minds? Oh, no. I've never watched that show before. I took this, like, forensics. I think it was called forensics. Forensics chemistry class. We talked about that crime. I don't know if that's what Criminal Minds is about. I assume it is. Because in that show, we watched all, like, CSI and that type of stuff, I remember. In the class, we'd watch the show. Sorry. That stuff's crazy. But no, I've never watched that show myself. If I'm being honest, the only thing I really watch now is just anime. We were talking about that yesterday during the stream. Thank you. We were talking about that during the stream yesterday. One Piece, JJK, Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, which is unfortunately over now. That's the one weird thing. Like, most of the shows I'm watching, or animes I'm watching, they're still going on. But Attack on Titan's over now. It's like the only one I've watched that's like over now. Incineroar, come back. Quit beating them up. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga's good too. I loved the first season. The first season was one of my favorite things I've ever watched. I mean, season 2 I thought was kind of boring. And I'd always see people on like TikTok, Instagram, and all that stuff talk about how season 2 is nowhere near as good as season 1. But then everyone's always talking about like, it's the character building. You don't understand. I'm like, Like, I get it, but, like, the reason why I started watching the show in the first place was because of, the action and the intensity, and that's just, like, not really there in Season 2. Hopefully it'll get back to it in the next season. I was debating reading it. I really was. That's how I know if I really like something. If I am reading, if I watch the anime and the season's over and I go to read the manga, that's how I know I really like it. The first manga I read was Solo Leveling. I just read it just to read something because I wanted to see if I liked reading manga or not. I really enjoyed reading it. Then One Piece went on that break at the end of, it would have been the end of 2022, I think. Or beginning of I think it was beginning of 2022. It went on a break because Toei got hacked. And so what I did was start reading the manga, and I was like, this is awesome. Then Black Clover, that ended. I started reading the manga for that. And then Blue Lock, dude. Blue Lock. I was watching it during the World Cup last year, and I caught up to it, but the season wasn't over. I enjoyed the show so much. I literally started reading the manga as the first season of the anime was still airing. That's how much I liked it. And the thing is, though, like, it's the soccer anime, and so with the soccer games and stuff, I kind of found it was easy to read and fun to read when it was like I had like 100-something chapters to read, so it was great. But now that I caught up and it's like I was reading it week by week, it wasn't like the games in the manga were like, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't the same experience reading it. So what I started doing now is like I'll read about once a month, and I'll just like, so then I'll have like four chapters in a row, which is sufficient, which is good. Drop that TikTok. My TikTok's just the Poke Playa. I post some stuff on there. All of my shorts and stuff I post on YouTube, I also post on there. If you had to be a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be and why? That's a good question. Probably Lugia. Because I like swimming. And Lugia swims around in the sea. It can also fly. It has psychic powers. Or would I want to be, like, I mean, look, Incineroar here. Incineroar is yoked. And it's a fire type, so it's always warm. I'm always cold. So Incineroar being a fire type means I would always be warm. So, but then Charizard, because Charizard gives the ability to fly too. You know, Charizard's kind of fat though. He's not as, like, Incineroar is yoked. Have you seen The Promised Neverland? I have not. I have not seen that. Is Mr. Beast the one that, like, loves that? I thought I saw people talking about, like, Mr. Beast loves that anime. I saw a lot of people say it was, like, really good at the start. It was either really good at the start and got bad at the end, or was really good season 1 and wasn't as good season 2. That's what I've been meaning to watch. It might be PewDiePie as well. I don't really watch either of them too much, if I'm being honest. It's just stuff I feel like I saw people talking about on on TikTok. Dude, TikTok's my favorite social media. I'm on there all the time. Yo. Pietro Lendario TV. I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in, and I apologize. I don't know what your message says. I apologize. I enjoyed reading Solo Leveling. I only read it a bit because I got busy. Dude, it was really good. I really liked it. I'm really looking forward to the anime. I think that starts this week. Wait, today's the 2nd. And I think it's the 6th. Or is it the 10th? Or is it the 8th? 6, 8, or 10, one of those. Let me check. I remember on Crunchyroll, I got a notification for it. I think it's the 6th. Because, no, it's this week, and then 10th and 8th are next week. I think it's the 6th Solo Leveling the anime starts. That's going to be so good. I will admit the ending, like, was fine. But I believe everything else was, like... Like, honestly, like, ending anything is hard. Like, I feel like people complain about the Attack on Titan ending. I thought the ending in the anime was great. I'm like, I don't get what else they could really do. I thought it was perfect. Like, you look at something like One Piece. Like, dude, I mean, Oda's been doing this for years. And it's, I mean, arguably the greatest piece of fiction throughout human history. Dude, that's something by the time One Piece is over, that's going to be like that might be a legitimate, I mean, you could make that a legitimate claim right now. It is just so good. And to wrap it all up, it's going to be how can you, because the expectations for what the One Piece is, because it's been, what, 20 plus years now. It's like, how do you live up to that? Like, how do you... I have faith in Oda, though. He's been cooking right now with the stuff that's been going on with this final saga. So, I have no doubt that it's going to be cool. I have the TPN manga that I need to sell. Is that The Promised Neverland that you need to sell? I've bought a handful of mangas. I have a whole bunch of One Piece. One manga, since we're doing a Pokemon stream, I should bring this up. One manga I've been wanting to read was the Pokemon manga. I've never read that. I've really wanted to read that for a while. Because every time I go to Barnes & Noble, I'm always in the manga section, and I see it. They're the giant books. There are the skinnier ones, too. But for, like, Kanto and Johto with, like, red and gold, they're those just massive books right there. It's like, it looks like a Bible, it's so big. I'm like, I gotta read these one day. I wanted to read them on stream, but then I looked it up, and it's illegal. It's not allowed. You can't, like, read books and, like, show it on stream and stuff, so that's not allowed. But I definitely want to read that. I think I'm excited to get into that, because I've heard it's really good. There's that other manga, too. I think it's a fan-made one. Is it called The Festival of Champions? I think there's two different ones. There's one based around Ash, where he, like, makes his... It's like, so what the Masters 8 tournament was in Journeys, it's like if you took that and literally made it exactly how the fans actually wanted it. Where Ash is using his ultimate team. Like, he had, like, Ash Greninja, I think Charizard, like, all this cracked Pokemon on the one team. And there's two, like, 40-minute YouTube videos from the creator on YouTube. I've been meaning to watch those. I think that's something else, though. I know the Festival of Champions. I'm sure a lot of you, if you use TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, you've seen the clip at some point. Someone made some edit of the Festival of Champions manga. It's with red, blue, and green. It's so cool. And I want to read it. It's based on, like... Would it be manga red? Because I think red has... Oh, does red have Ivysaur in that? Or does green have Ivysaur or Bulbasaur? Crap, I do not remember. Nonetheless, it's based on those. Like, I think, like, Faulkner's in it. Obviously, like, red, blue, green. It seems really cool. I want to read that as well. I definitely want to read that as well. And then, dude, I got, like... I was actually thinking about this. I have Solo Leveling. I got at Barnes & Noble. They had this special, like, box set. It's not the full thing. Because I don't even think the whole thing's been printed in English yet. I don't think the whole manga's been printed in English. It's volumes 1 to 5. I have in a box set over here. Then I have a couple of oddball for Demon Slayer. The first one for Bleach, because they made that cool special cover. I'm like, I gotta get this. What else is there? A couple of Blue Lock. Blue Lock was one I was getting it last, like, beginning of 2023, so beginning of last year, and it was hard to find. It was sold out everywhere. At least for me. I got that membership at Barnes & Noble, so you get, like, discounts. And I was trying to buy it from there, but all the ones were sold out. Then I have a lot of Attack on Titan and One Piece as well. Oh, and Black Clover, too. Man, Black Clover's got to come back. I mean, it did, but, like, there's no more. There haven't been. I don't remember the last time there was a volume released. Is it the one I have? I can't see. It's behind there, and I got this big light right here. I'm not going to be able to see over there. I'm going to be blinded by the light. Do you listen to Lana Del Rey? I don't think so. Yo, Redstone, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Lana Del Rey. I recognize the name. I don't think I do. If I'm being honest, the only time I really listen to music right now is when I'm in the gym. And the only stuff I really listen to are, like, songs I hear on TikTok. If I'm being completely honest. Or anime openings. Anime openings are the best thing to listen to at the gym. I feel like there's one song I had that I would listen to from Lana Del Rey. It was, like, older, though. It's not, like, anything recent. Is that one that sounds like Warm Summer Nights? Mid-July? No, was that her? Hey, let me find this song. You look, this is gonna bother me now. I think it was one can I just look? Oh, you can search. Lana. Young and Beautiful. Lana Del Rey. Yeah! Oh, this is a remix of it. Dude, when did I listen to that? That was years ago when I'd listened to that song. That's one I like that song. I knew there was one. Yeah, I like that song. Body Electric. I'll check it out tomorrow. You know what? I'll listen to that one tomorrow morning when I'm at the gym. Let me look it up. Let me put it in there. Body Electric. Oh, I gotta make sure it doesn't start playing. Body Electric, Lana Del Rey. All right, we'll listen to that. I'll listen to that tomorrow at the gym. Man, these stupid Sawsbucks and Deerlings are just, I mean, completely in the way right now. The thing is, I don't want to do a flying sandwich instead. Because then it's just going to be duos everywhere. I mean, we really just... We were cooking yesterday, and I literally just went to the hardest one, it seems like. I also want Totodile. And that one you guys said, too, is mass outbreak probably only. Because of the fact... Oh, my God. Oh, I thought that one right there was shiny for a second. I love how the Pokemon spawn in the trees. I think that's so cool. Here's the thing. If they're in the grass here, it's going to be hard to see because shiny Rowlet's green. Dude, honestly... This might be my favorite Pokemon I have in this game right now. That Incineroar. Dude, yesterday when I was playing, I was having so much fun playing with Incineroar and Showdown yesterday. I'm going to do a Showdown, I think Thursday. I'm going to do a Showdown stream. I was having so much fun yesterday. My team was... Should I tell you guys my team? Nah, I'll tell you guys. You know what? That's how confident I am with it. I'll tell you guys my team, and I'll still beat all you. So what I was doing, you lead Incineroar and Golden Go. Incineroar, you fake out the threat to Golden Go on the first turn, if there is one. If there isn't one, you do, what's the move? I just, is it Parting Wish? Not Perish Song. Let me look. Pokemon Showdown. Team Builder. Parting Shot, that's what it is. You Parting Shot, and then drop the attack of just whatever is the better Pokemon you're going against. And so you do that, and then Golden Go, Nasty Plot, turn 1. And then normally I was switching into Flutter Mane after Incineroar, so I have Flutter Mane and Golden Go out there. Golden Go with the Nasty Plot up, and I go Dazzling Gleam Flutter Mane, and I go Good as gold, gold and go. Dude, that was cooking for me. And then this was interesting. And then obviously, like, as the game progresses, just like swap stuff out as you go in terms of what you're against. But that was like the basis I had for the team. And I started going out. So I was watching a video because I was the reason why I did Litten in the first place is the first one because I'm like, I've heard so much about how OP Incineroar is in VGC. I'm like, I want to see how good it actually is. So I was trying to learn a bit more about it because I just started playing VGC and like doubles and stuff this past August during Worlds. And so I'm like, you know what? I want to learn a bit more about it. So I'm watching this video about Incineroar. And it was it was when it first got Intimidate. It was like the first big tournament Incineroar had Intimidate. And the guy in the video literally says every single top team had Incineroar except the one guy that won who used a competitive Milotic to completely counter Incineroar. This guy was Wolf Glick. I'm like, Wolfie's just too good, man. Like, the entire field is using this Pokemon. No one's even considering doing something else. And he's like, you know what? I'm literally going to use something just to counter that one guy. And he he uses Milotic with competitive. So when Incineroar does Intimidate, Milotic gets the buff instead of the debuff. It's just... I was just like, Wolfie's just literally him. He's so cool. And then, as I was watching because I was watching the video and playing Showdown at the same time. And as that video is playing and it's explaining that part, the next battle I go up against the guy with the Galarian Zapdos. And I used to use Galarian Zapdos in Gen 8 OU. I would do Choice Band, Brave Bird, and just spam that. One of the good parts about Galarian Zapdos is its ability is Defiant. So any stat drop that is imposed upon it by an opposing Pokemon, it gets as a stat boost. So Intimidate typically drops your attack, but with Galarian Zapdos, it boosts your attack instead because of Defiant. There's a couple of other popular Pokemon from this gen that have it. For instance, King Gambit. Does my King Gambit have Defiant? Supreme Overlord, no. But King Gambit can get Defiant. And that's one of them. I battled against one of those yesterday. But the first battle was like, it was a Galarian Zapdos. And like, oh, I haven't seen one of these yet. And the guy didn't have an Incineroar on his team. Every other team I battled, they had an Incineroar. So like, oh, I wonder how this is going to go. They go in with Galarian Zapdos as the lead. It had Choice Band, Brave Bird. I obviously led Incineroar. And that thing just beat the piss out of me. I quit that battle. It smoked my first two Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I'm not winning this. So I thought that was cool because then I kept playing more. And like, I would then started going against a bunch of King Gambits and like more Pokemon that have these abilities that literally are there just to counter Incineroar. Which I like. A lot of people will hate on Incineroar because like I watched Wolfie made a video explaining why he doesn't want Incineroar to come to Scarlet and Violet, and it's because like it was so good it literally just dominated the whole field and like everyone was either using it and everyone that was building teams was building stuff to specifically go against it. And his main point was Incineroar made it to where other Pokemon were literally just like unusable because it's like why would you use these when you can use Incineroar instead? Like, because with Intimidate users right now, like, you have the mix between, like, I mean, Salamence, Arcanine, Gyarados, maybe Crocodile. Salamence, Arcanine, and Gyarados are the big three, I think, off the top. Oh, Landorus Therian form as well. No, Landorus Therian form is the biggest one. Then it goes, I'd say Arcanine and Gyarados in popularity. Then Salamence, too, for other gens, but most specifically for Scarlet and Violet right now, it's those first three. Landorus. Oh, no, it's a Trapinch. I'm like, why is Rowlet laying like that? It's Landorus, Gyarados, Landorus, Arcanine, Gyarados. And with Incineroar, there's no reason to use Gyarados or Arcanine anymore. And Wolfie was like saying that is kind of like ruins the field, you could say. Which, I mean, if I'm giving my honest opinion, like, to be fair, like, he's someone that, he won the world champs. He competes all year and does all the or all the tournaments and stuff. So, like, he's actually directly affected by Incineroar. I'm more so an outsider looking in, just playing it for fun. So, when you're doing it to, like, the competitive level he's doing it, like, I could understand how he probably has completely different feelings towards it than I do. But for me, I'm like, when I'm playing, like, everyone uses Land or Asterion form, not only in doubles, but when I would do just Gen 7 OU, like normal singles battles, everyone uses that as well. And, like, in my opinion, I think it's way cooler that everyone's using a starter over a legendary. So, like, if I had the choice between, would I rather everyone dominate with Incineroar or Landorus? I'm picking Incineroar 10 out of 10 times because I just don't like... honestly, I just don't like that Land or Asterion form, if I'm being honest. But like, it's a starter. Like, isn't that, like, that's cool. Rather than a legendary Pokemon. And the Land or Asterion form looks stupid as well. If I'm being completely honest, the normal Landorus form, I love. The Weather Trio from Unova, Landorus, Tornadus, Thundurus, those three in their normal Genie forms, those are some of my favorite legendaries of all time. Here's the thing. Every time I say that, I think back to when I did the tier list. I don't remember how high I ranked those on my tier list, but when they first came out, I remember I absolutely loved them, and I do really, really like normal Landorus. But everyone uses the other one instead. Honestly, I wouldn't have really an issue with it if it was the normal Landorus, where the one he's sitting there, you know, arms crossed, he looks pissed off. That Landorus, I like that one. The one that looks like some weird lion-tiger thing, I'm like, nah, I'm good. If I'm picking a tiger, I'd rather use Tony the Tiger over here. Look how sick Incineroar looks. Wait, no, Incineroar. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can't be beating him up. We can't be... No, Incineroar. We can't be beating him up like that, remember? We already beat enough. I love Rowlet's cry. You know what? We've had a lot of new viewers to the stream, so not everyone might know the story of why I like Rowlet so much. I'll explain that in a sec. Brandon plays red equals GOAT. I couldn't agree more. Dude, that's literally the banner on my YouTube channel. I have red equals GOAT up there. Because red's the GOAT. The greatest champion of all time. And someone brought up the question, I think it was yesterday. Who would win? Red or Wolfie? And I said, depends on the battle. Because if you think about it, Wolfie's doubles. Red is singles. So in doubles, Wolfie, I think's packing up red. Singles, I don't know, dude. Red's pretty good. And obviously, red is only using Gen 1 Pokemon, but, you know, if we're going... Wolfie will look at actual competitive battle. He's winning. If it's red in an anime battle or manga battle, I think he's winning. Mark, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay. So I'm going to try to get a flying sandwich. Oh, I don't think I have one. We just stocked up on a lot of ingredients, so I might be able to make one. Let me check. I might be able to make Yo, we already gained a sub. Thank you. Anyone, whoever subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me check. Do I have one on standby that I can make? We need encounter power flying. Dragon. Encounter power flying level 2. Oh my god. Ah! We need eggs. And is that cucumber, kiwi, or a pickle? Okay, we gotta go buy 2 ingredients. Rowlet mass outbreak. We will be right back. Remember, we're going to Lavencia now for all of our needs. We're swapping grocery stores, which is a big deal. Swapping grocery stores. My favorite grocery store to go to right now is Aldi. Dude, they got some good stuff. Their chicken's my favorite chicken. Like, there's these other big, like, chicken brands that, like Mariano's, Pete's, Jewel, all the other big grocery stores. Like Kroger, too. Dude, I like the Aldi chicken better. It's, like, what's the name of the... It's like their brand. I can't think the name of it off the top of my head. It's way better. I'm in my opinion, I just prefer it. And also, too, they have these cookies. Oh, crap. What am I supposed to buy? Was that cucumber or a pickle? Well, let's buy both. The best part about Aldi, when you first walk in the store, actually, you know what? I think all of them are laid out differently. The one by me, when you first walk in the store, they have all the treats and stuff. Actually, no, this is the produce, then the treats. And they literally have the Girl Scout cookies for $1.45. It's like a big, like a thing of cookies. The Girl Scout cookies are what? $9 a box? It's insane. These ones at Aldi, in the ones I've gotten, they're the ones in the purple Girl Scout box and the red Girl Scout box. The peanut butter and chocolate ones, and then like the coconut caramel ones. The coconut caramel ones are the purple box. The peanut butter ones are the red box. Those two, exact same cookie. I literally did a taste test. The only difference is the Girl Scout ones are just a little smaller. If I'm being honest, dude, when I found that, I'm like, we just discovered like one of the gem of gems when it comes to treats and snacks. And again, it's just like their brand. Now, here's the thing. There's no way I'm going to be able to make a picnic right here, right? Yeah. Dude, I don't get this mechanic. Might slide off on the slope. There's times where we made the picnic literally on the edge of a cliff, and it worked. But then a little hill right here is stopping us dead in our tracks. Dude, I gotta come over here more. You hear this music? Oh, it stopped. Did you hear that? I gotta come over here more, or wherever that music. Or was that the water music? All right, make a sandwich. Eggs. Oh, jeez, I couldn't remember. The sandwich is called Great Egg Sandwich, and I couldn't remember that I needed eggs. So here's the thing with Rowlet. Rowlet's kind of like Inteleon, where I want both. I want to get a shiny Rowlet to level 100 with the Everstone. And I also want a shiny Decidueye. Just like Sobble. Like, I want a shiny Sobble. But I also want a shiny... There's no way. I also want a shiny Inteleon. I literally was just I just spent the last, 4 minutes talking about how I changed grocery stores in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and how it's a big deal. First time coming to the store after saying that, they literally don't have the only ingredient I need. Eggs. That's a good question, too. Where are these eggs coming from? We were talking about the cloth legs. I mean, they're slaughtering cloths to get those things for me to use on the grass encounter sandwich. What Pokemon are they getting the eggs from? What, Starly? Staraptor? Because there's not a chicken Pokemon, is there? Is there a chicken Pokemon? Because you think... You have a lot of other birds where it's like that's most definitely what that bird's based on. Mandibuzz, a vulture. Obviously. Braviary, I think it's meant to be like a bald eagle. Because you look like... There we go. Eggs. Torchic. Puffton, you're exactly right. Torchic is the chicken-like Pokemon. There we go. How did I forget that? Speaking of Torchic, that'd be a shiny I'd like to get as well. It doesn't change very much. Like, I think shiny Blaziken is literally just... I think just a darker red. But if I'm being honest, I kind of want that trio. Shiny Torchic, Treecko, and Mudkip. Because those were the first... Here, I got some TCG history for you guys. Those were the first ever Gold Star cards. Back in... I don't remember specifically what set. I do apologize about that. But in Ruby and Sapphire, EX Ruby and Sapphire, Hoenn Generation number 3. That era of the TCG. Oh, there's some Rowlet. Dude, I love Rowlet's cry. Rowlet, you're a cool guy. But in that era of the TCG, the first Gold Star cards were the 3 starters. And the thing is, they weren't even shiny on the card. Gold Star cards are shiny Pokemon, like some of the most popular, famous ones. Delta Species, Gold Star Mew, which was so cool because Delta Species Mew was a Water-type Delta Species card. Shiny Mew is blue, so the blue Mew with the blue on the Water-type card fits so well and made for such an awesome card. They did the same thing with Charizard in the same set in EX Dragon Frontiers. Those both, actually, I should note, both the Mew and the Charizard were both from EX Dragon Frontiers. And the Mew and the Charizard were the 2 Gold Star cards. Charizard was a Dark type Delta Species, so it was the Dark type card, the black card, with the black Charizard, because Charizard obviously is black and red for the shiny. It fits so well. Gyarados, there was a Fire-type Delta Species Gyarados. That was a Fire-type Gyarados with the red Gyarados on the card. Looked amazing. There's a Metagross Gold Star, which I have. A Gold Star Rayquaza is the most expensive one. I'm trying to think of the other really, really popular ones. I think that's it. It's mainly Charizard, Mew, and Charizard, Mew, Gyarados, Rayquaza. Dude, I thought about buying a Gold Star Rayquaza. I was going to get a Japanese one. They were like for 600 bucks. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of money. And I probably would have sold some stuff in my collection to get it. But that's number 2. The second most expensive Pokemon card of all time, behind only base set Charizard. Like, it's a gold Rayquaza. And also, too, because, dude, Dude, what's up with all these rocks looking like dongs? Why does Pokemon keep doing this? I had the shiny Rayquaza from... I'm sorry, I have to stop every time I say this. Incineroar, shiny Incineroar is so cool. I had the shiny Rayquaza from Call of Legends. That was the best card I had in, like, my childhood collection, you could say. That was the best card I ever pulled. And I have every card I had in my collection when I was little. That is the only one I don't know where it is. Only card. I just don't know where it is. I don't know if I traded it away, if I lost it, or what. But it's gone, unfortunately. But back to what I was saying with the starters. Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip were the 3 first Gold Star cards. And I think it'd be cool, because those are the first 3 Gold Star cards were the shiny cards, it'd be cool to have that trio. Oh, I thought that Rowlet was shiny. I think it'd be cool to have that trio. Thing is, too, on the cards, they're not shiny. Like, let me pull it up real quick. Gotta have to guess which set. I think Fire Red, Leaf Green, maybe? No, who am I kidding? No, it was Team Rocket Returns. Oh my god, we have an egg about to hatch in Pokemon Go. Yes, it was Team Rocket Returns. What is Shiny Treecko? I know I have it in the thumbnail. Shiny Treecko. Yeah. So the only one for the Gold Star ones that is actually shiny are Torchic and Treecko. Mudkip isn't actually shiny on the card. Shiny Mudkip is purple. Mudkip on the card is blue. Look at all the Rowlets. Sorry, Rowlets, didn't mean to kill you all there. But we're doing the picnic reset. And actually, before I forget there, we have an egg hatching. I wonder what it's... I have a 10k egg and a 2k egg going. I wonder which is going to hatch. Oh my god. Lycan Rocks. Lustrous Odyssey, prepare for the debut of Duskform Lycanroc. Trainers, look towards the setting sun. Duskform Lycanroc, the wolf Pokemon, will make its Pokemon Go debut during the Lustrous Odyssey event. Date and time, Saturday, January 6, 2024 to Wednesday, January 10th at 8 p.m. I've been saving a 100 IV Rockruff to evolve to this since Rockruff first came out. Wait, Rockruff hatched from eggs may have a chance to evolve into Duskform Lycanroc. Wait, so Rockruff hatched from eggs received as Adventure Sync rewards during timeless travels may have a chance to evolve into Duskform Lycanroc. So the Lycanroc we have now can't evolve. I'm showing you guys right now. Look, I have a 100 IV... Oh, I gotta turn the brightness down. I have a 100 IV Rockruff I've been saving to evolve to Duskform Lycanroc. Oh, the egg's hatching. Larvesta, 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 please, Larvesta, Larvesta. Good Lord, Galarian Darumaka. I still haven't gotten a Larvesta. What's my 10k egg at? 5.2. Oh my god! What's the hatch distance? I just incubated a 2k egg. 0.03. No, 0.3. Oh, 0. My bad. 0.3. Oh, my Psyduck only got 6th at the showcase. Dude, this summer I'm going to do Pokemon Go streams. Wait. So there's half hatch distance and then quarter hatch distance for the first 3 eggs hatched with the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget. Oh, crap. I just wasted that on a 2k egg. I have a 10k egg I should have done that with. Well, I can walk across the street and that 2k egg's going to hatch. You know what? I'm actually going to leave Pokemon Go open and see if my guy drifts around enough so that it'll hatch. 0.3, dude? I could go outside and run for probably 2 minutes and I'll hatch that egg. Look at everyone sleeping. I find it so funny how all these Pokemon sleep. Fatty Lax, look how big his belly bows up when he's laying there sleeping. Sobble's just literally terrified of him right now. Incineroar, you know, he looks cool laying on his side like that. You know, Koraidon's all curled up. Then Emboar, he's just flopped out on the ground like... What's up with all the fat Pokemon just flopping out on their back like that? Oh, look, Snorlax heard me. My bad, Snorlax. My bad. Look, he's tired. He just woke up. Oh, now he's running around. Now, Sobble's curled up. Dude, it's literally the fat Pokemon. They have all the fat Pokemon lay on their back just sprawled out like that. Oh, wait, I have... You know, there's a dino here. Oh, imagine if it was shiny. Oh my god, I have windy weather, too. I'm telling you guys, mark my words. Hold me to this. This summer, we'll do more Go streams. Maybe Go Fest, or maybe not Go. No, maybe Go Fest, but daily incense streams. Because I do that every evening during the summer. I go out and do it at the same time every day. So we'll fire up the stream and do it. It'll be perfect. We'll stream all during the day. Whoa. And then, just in the evening, fire up Pokemon Go. And go do the daily incense. We did a couple of them. If I'm being honest, though, dude, I'd love to keep doing those. It's too dang cold. I get so cold, my hands are freezing out there. Holding the 2 phones. Because you got the stream phone, then you have the game phone. And it's too cold. I gotta have, when I'm playing Pokemon Go in the winter, I gotta have one hand in my pocket, then another hand holding the phone, and then when the phone hand gets too cold, I swap them. I also have heated gloves, too, that I wear. Speaking of those, I gotta charge those. Look at that, Rowlet's booking it. Did you see how fast he was running right there? Alright, so the Flying Sandwich is most definitely a better choice here. The Flying Sandwich is most definitely better. Because we're seeing nowhere near as many of the Deerling. Wonder if we leave the mass outbreak if that's still going to be the case. Because I'm being honest, I don't really like shiny hunting in mass outbreaks. Alright, Mandibuzz is going to be one we see a lot. Yeah, and these birds. You know, where's the spot where we were at? We were up here looking for Rowlet before. But back to the birds we were talking about. So Torchic's the chicken. Mandibuzz is the vulture. Then I think Braviary's meant to be, meant to be the bald eagle. Because you think about it, Univa's based on the US. And Braviary's like the big bird from Univa. And it is red, white, and blue. So I think it's meant to be like inspired by a bald eagle, I should say. Not based on. Inspired by is a better phrasing. Then you have stuff like the what's it called? The Route 1 bird, the regional bird, the region bird of Univa, Unpheasant, which has pheasant quite literally in the name, but P-Dove, which is a pigeon. You think about like U.S., the big city, New York. The big city in Univa is based on New York. The one with the bug gym leader. Alright, so the Flying Sandwich is most definitely the way to go. You know what I think I might want to do? I was going to say I should test out my VGC team that I'm going to build with Incineroar in Battle Stadium. I kind of want to battle these guys again from the game. Oh, what level was that Golden Go I had? I don't have it with me. Shout out Alexander. He traded me that Golden Go. Yeah, I traded it to my brother. Because we were doing double battles. And, he needed Pokemon to use. I'm like, he had nothing good. I'm like, you just take Golden Go. All you have to do is click this button, and you'll be good. And it was the good as gold move, or whatever his signature move is. I gotta get that back from him. That's perfect EVs, perfect IVs. Incineroar, though, so, and actually, no, on Golden Go, I was doing Terra Dragon yesterday when I was playing, and it was working great, because Dragon resists fire, and everyone just targets Golden Go with fire moves. Especially Incineroar, with Incineroar being so popular right now. But I don't know what Terra to put on Incineroar. I really don't. Tomato, yes, we are still looking for Rowlet. You know what? I should explain to you guys why I like Rowlet so much. It is the profile picture on the channel. We literally have a life-size Rowlet in the background of the stream. Time for story time with the playa. Why I like Rowlet so much. Now, Rowlet is my favorite starter. Although that wasn't always the case. It all started with a game called Pokemon Unite. Now, I'll actually jump ahead or a little bit before that and explain when I watched Pokemon Sun and Moon for the first time. Now, this was during quarantine when everything was shut down during the pandemic. I'm at home, nothing going on, can't go anywhere. It's the summertime. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. I had watched Journeys. I'd caught up all the episodes in Journeys, all the ones on Netflix in English. And then I started watching the ones in Japanese weekly. And I'm like, I'm at one episode a week. I want to keep watching more Pokemon. I get in, like, spurts every so often. Like, I explain I watch anime all the time. I'll have random, like, phases where I'll just start watching Pokemon. And so I'm like, I want to watch more. I'm like, what's something I haven't watched? I had watched X and Y beginning to end. Like, I had watched X and Y when it was coming out, but I went back and watched X and Y, like, episode by episode the summer before. I'm like, you know what? What's the next gen after that? Sun and Moon. Alola. Let's watch that. So, off I was watching Alola. Sun and Moon, the anime. It was great. I always say, if I could live in any if I were to be dropped in the Pokemon world, and I could go live in any region, I'd want to live in the Alola region. The Alola region looks like it's the most fun region to live in. Weather's nice, food's nice, it's got cool Pokemon. And one of my favorite parts about the anime was Ash's Rowlet. Dude, that thing was so funny. Like, he's pulling up in the big bad championship battle with Rowlet. Rowlet's interaction with Meltan when the first episode where we had the, like, horde of Meltans. Rowlet's reaction with all of that thing and its interaction with it was so funny. Then when Meltan evolved to Melmetal, Rowlet's just chilling, like, in that hole in his stomach. Dude, I loved Rowlet in the anime so much. It was one of my favorite Pokemon ever from the Pokemon anime, I would say. And so that's where I first, like, started to like Rowlet. By no means was it my favorite starter still. I'd say my favorite starter before Rowlet, for, like, base form starters, probably Mudkip or Treecko, I'd have to say. Because Hoenn is my favorite gen. So probably one of those two. But Rowlet would soon quickly become my favorite starter without a shadow of a doubt. Because of this game called Pokemon Unite. Now, I have streamed it a couple times here on this channel, and I have explained to you guys this story once before. But I'll go in depth here because I think it's kind of fitting to retell this story as we're shiny hunting Rowlet right now. Oh, I was going to say it. We're all the way over at this mass outbreak of Duraludon. But yeah, Treecko's really cool. I really like Treecko. I really like Mudkip. Love Sceptile. Love Swampert. But Rowlet and Decidueye, man, just became a different level for me. So there's this game, Pokemon Unite. I remember seeing tons of people talk about when the game first came out. I remember seeing how people were saying Gengar was, like, super OP and stuff. But I, like, didn't play it right at the start. Like, I'm talking, like, the first 2 weeks the game was out. I wasn't really playing it. Wasn't really interested. Then one of my little brothers started playing it. And he's telling me and my other brother we gotta play. Then he gets my other brother to play. And both of them are playing it. And they're telling me, like, you gotta play, you gotta play, you gotta play. And I'm like, all right. I remember sitting at the kitchen table, playing my first 2 games. I used Snorlax and Gengar. I'm like, I suck at this game with these 2 characters, but I could see how the game could be fun. I'd never, like, it's like a League of Legends type game, if I'm not mistaken, is like the way to describe it. I've never played League of Legends before, and actually, I've never even played a style of game like that before. Typically, the only games I played were really, like, FPS, like first-person shooters, like Fortnite is Fortnite a Battle Royale is what Fortnite is, I believe. But, like, I played Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex, FIFA, and then Pokemon. I never played, like, a game, like, of that style. And so I'm playing it, we're playing it, and, like, I started to really like the game. So we're playing more and more and more. My first main guy I used was Snorlax. Used that for a little bit, more defensive guy. And then my one brother was using Venusaur. And then my other brother, the one that first started playing, he's using all kinds of Pokemon. He didn't really have, like, one specific one he liked to use. But my one brother was really liking Venusaur. And he's getting all these kills, doing all this damage. I'm like, man, I want to get kills and do damage too. I'm just the big tank lax flopping or like lumbering around the battlefield. And so I made the switch then to Blastoise. And I balled out with Blastoise. It still fit my playstyle I had developed with Snorlax because it was still tanky, but it could deal damage. And Blastoise's ult or Unite move, to this day, is I still think my favorite Unite move to use in the game. Could just spam that shit. He spins around, launches the water out of the cannons. He's just so OP and strong. And so I grinded with Blastoise. I think I got up, the highest rating I got with Blastoise was like a 96 or something like that. Again, this is all within like, so whatever year Pokemon Unite came out, this is like September, October of that year. And then we're using Blastoise, and then Crustle came out. And I vividly remember in a battle, I am Blastoise. I'm throwing absolutely everything I have at this Crustle, and it's just sitting in my base, dropping it, or scoring, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. It had, like, Score Shield and just all this crazy defense. I'm like, all right, I gotta try that. So then I started using Crustle, and I balled out with that thing for a while. But, like, Crustle was still more of a defensive guy. I could manage to find some offensive stuff with it. The thing I like to do is Crustle can use the move that throws up the rock wall. You can throw stealth rocks down and trap people in there. And then if you have a scope lens, you boost the crits. You guys can probably tell. I was obsessed with this game. So I managed to figure out how to make Crustle somewhat offensive and stuff. And I did like it for a little bit. But still, I could just tell it, like, I was like, I gotta use, like, an attacker, like an actual attacker. I tried a couple of Pokemon. I never really found one that I liked, though. And so I was going back and forth between Crustle and Blastoise for a little while. And then, I remember the night this happened. Decidueye gets released in the game. I'm talking literally minutes after it was released. Me and my brothers are on, and I'm playing Decidueye. I remember I was on before them, and I'm in the practice arena using Decidueye, and I'm like, oh, I can tell I'm going to like this thing already. What I had been looking for was like just a good attacker that I enjoyed using. I didn't really like any of the other ones in the game at the time. And I started using Decidueye, and literally, I remember I was standing right here. I wasn't even sitting down. I was standing up playing the game. And I was using Decidueye in the practice arena. I could instantly tell, like, oh, I'm going to like this thing. The first move I used was Razor Leaf. I'm like, I like this thing. And then we start playing. Literally the day Decidueye came out, I started playing that thing. And I was just, I mean, fell in love with that thing. I had so much fun using it. I'm like, this is my new main Pokemon. My other brother, the one that first started playing Unite, he likes owls and stuff, so he really liked Rowlet and Decidueye too. He's like, oh, I want to play it. I'm like, nah. This is mine. I'm using Decidueye. And so I got Decidueye right away. And we played the game all the time. And I only used Decidueye. And we're playing. And we're just, balling. The first moveset I used was Razor Leaf and Shadow Sneak. I never really was a big fan of Spirit Shackle, but it was okay. I would use it time to time, but Razor Leaf was my move. And the thing is, I'm using Decidueye. My other, we would play our two cousins and then me and my two brothers for a team of 5. And one of them, like I said, was Venusaur. I was Decidueye. One of them was Crustle. Then the other two, like, changed it up all the time between what Pokemon they were doing. And then I was like, you know what? We were just playing the game. Like, I want to, actually look at, what's actual competitive stuff for this. And so I start looking stuff up. And, hello, I'm new. Just call me Galaxy, by the way. Yo, Galaxy, thank you for taking the time to tune in. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Well, I'm sorry. I'm rambling on this story about why I like Rowlet and Decidueye so much. Yo, Galaxy, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. Alexander, thank you for tuning in as well. No, we haven't found another shiny yet. We're currently looking for Rowlet right now. But and I'm telling the story right now of why I like Rowlet so much. So with Rowlet, so I'm using Decidueye, and I started to look. I'm like, you know what? Because we were actually we were playing ranked and stuff, and I was doing good in ranked with Decidueye. And, I wonder how, is this actually, a good Pokemon or not? So I start looking up videos and stuff and, watching content creators that make stuff, reading, tier lists and all that. I come to find out Decidueye's the worst Pokemon in the game. Everyone that made tier lists put Decidueye and Crustle both in F tier. I'm like, these are the two Pokemon I've used the most, and they're both down in F tier. Our squad we were pulling up with had the two worst Pokemon in the game on the same team. That didn't stop me, though. I'm like, I enjoy using Rowlet so much, or Decidueye, I'm going to keep using him. And so we're playing. And then I started to actually, like, I figured out the best items. This is before those emblems were in it, so items were the only real thing you could do to really change your Pokemon and stuff. And I perfected my Decidueye build. I ran Razor Leaf, Shadow Sneak, so I had one Grass, one Ghost move. Razor Leaf, Shadow Sneak. Oh my god, what are the... I don't know the names of the items. I apologize. Scope Lens were the one to boost the crits. And then the red band and the yellow band. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe I can't think of their names. There's the red, like, headband and the yellow headband. One of them made it to where you got, like, buffed health when you were about to die. And then the other one made it so where you regained health from killing wild Pokemon. That was the key. Razor Leaf with the yellow band. That was the key to my success with Decidueye at first. Because I'd go out and use Decidueye, and Decidueye's a weak Pokemon. It's not like, he doesn't have a lot of health. He gets just smacked around, and he can get just, if you're caught off guard, you're going to get insta-killed by most Pokemon in the game. So, a problem was, like, I found myself not a lot of health a lot of the time. Because, like, we get in a fight, and I'm like, I have to go back, all the way back to the base to fully heal up, and then you're back, you're just running back and forth from the base the whole time. You're not actually staying out in the fights. So what I did was, and I will note, I thought because I was low on health, I would need to use Potion to help. And I came to find out, well, there's another way it can gain health as well. If I have, I believe it's, Alexander, you said Focus Sash. I believe it's Focus, let me look. Pokemon Unite Focus Sash. Pokemon Unite Focus Sash. No, Focus Band. Okay, no, it's the bands. Is it Tough Band? No, this Focus Band is one of them. What's the other band? Oh my gosh, what's the other band? Pokemon Unite bands. Focus Band. Is it not? Muscle Band! Muscle Band and Focus Band. Those were the two. One of them made it to where you boost health from killing wild Pokemon. The other one made it to where... Oh no, it's not Focus Band. Oh no, did they change Muscle Band? This says when basic attack hits, the damage is increased by 1%, 2%, 3% of the opposing Pokemon's remaining HP. Did they change it? I swear, I had... Those are the two bands I used. And then I also used... Oh, sorry, YouTube does those stupid emotes. The game didn't freeze, did it? Okay, good. So I had those two... I had the two bands and Scope Lens. And the reason why I use the bands is because I'm like, I can go out there, I can get in a fight, I might take damage in the fight, but if I survive, I don't have to go back to base, I could just go kill wild Pokemon, and by using my basic attack against the wild Pokemon, I boost my health. And with Razor Leaf on Decidueye, Razor Leaf isn't like a move you use, like Spirit Shackle is a separate move than it's the big bow move, separate from your main move. Razor Leaf was essentially a buff to your normal move. So you do Razor Leaf, you shoot faster, do more damage, and get more attacks off. And I just use that on the wild Pokemon. My health flies back up super fast and easy, and I'm able to stay in the fights. I use Eject Button instead of Potion to keep the movement, because movement was huge in Pokemon Go. Because, I'm just, like, especially with someone like Decidueye, weak, if you get jumped on by a Pokemon, you gotta get out of there quick. Movement was huge in Unite. It still is probably to this day. I will note, I don't play the game as much anymore. But so I used Eject Button with Razor Leaf, the bands, and Scope Lens. Scope Lens because it boosted the crits on the attacks I do with Razor Leaf. And then Spirit Shackle as well. Now, I used Spirit Shackle at first, I will note, because you use it, Decidueye gets a slight increase in movement speed, but if it hits a Pokemon, I believe it does damage and also slows that Pokemon down. So that helped a lot with Decidueye. Like, if someone's trying to get away, or if I'm trying to get away from someone, I can slow them to catch up to them or get away from them. Helped a lot on both departments there. And that's what I was rocking with for a while. And, man, I was balling. I remember this so vividly. New Year's Eve 2022, the last game we played of the year. I got 100 rating with Decidueye. 180k damage. I had like 28 kills. I was averaging per game like 120,000 damage with Decidueye. I'm getting 20 plus kills a game. I was absolutely balling. I got every rating you could get except the 99. I don't know how. I just never got a 99 rating. I got 100 though. Got 100, 98, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 91, 90. Every big rating you could get. I never dropped a 30 bomb with Decidueye. I only did it once with Duraludon before it got the Giga Nerf and made that thing absolutely awful. That was so much fun using Duraludon when that thing first came out. But Decidueye was my main guy, and I was absolutely balling with it. We're doing so good, and I get the 100 rating, and I'm like, man, I got the 100 rating. We were grinding and stuff and ranked. We were doing really good. I think we had gotten up to the top tier the first season. We were just shy of the top tier the first season because we didn't play at the start a whole bunch. So we're like, okay, the second season when that comes out, it was like the start of 2020. No, it would have been the end of 2021 when we did that, and then it would have been the start of 2022. I think that's how it was. I think it was the end of 2021 and then the start of 2022. Let me look. Man, I have screenshots of all this stuff I did as well. So, like, no one's going to believe me when I say I did all this insane stuff in this game. Yeah, it was December 31st, 2021. I got 100 rating, 316 points scored. That was my best game ever, the 100 rating. Yeah, Duraludon got absolutely screwed. It was awful. I mean, to be fair, it was too OP. Duraludon was literally too good. And I'm hunting Trapinch currently. Yo, best of luck with Trapinch. Flygon's a good shiny. It is. Dude, we had a Flygon mass outbreak. Some people in the chat were saying I should shiny hunt Flygon. I'm like, no, I want to go for our boy Rowlet. Like your hair? Yo, thank you. I appreciate it. Means a lot. Galaxy, thank you so much for subscribing as well. I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Best of luck with your shiny hunt on Trapinch. But as I was explaining, then it was at the start of 2022. Again, my bad. It was end of 2021. I got the 100 rating. And the start of 2022, we're playing, and I'm like, we're gonna get the highest rank in ranked. We're gonna get like Master, Legend. I don't remember what the highest rank was, but like we're gonna push to the highest rank there is. And we're playing, and I kept running into an issue with Decidueye. I'm like, I don't have like, I can do damage, I can regain health. But I keep dying because I can't get away from the other Pokemon. I have eject button, but eject button takes so long to recharge. Like, I'm only able to use it 2-3 times a game. So, like, I gotta figure out something else to do to change it up. And during this time, I discovered... Persian Place, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I'm doing good. We're shiny hunting Rowlet right now. And I'm explaining this big, long story of why I like my boy Rowlet so much. But then as I'm finding out that I had just gotten the 100 rating, and I was on top of the world. I'm like, I'm so good with this thing. And then shortly after I ran into some issues, I'm like, I need to change. I need to do something. Like, there's an apparent issue here I'm running into. Lack of movement. And around this same time, I discovered that there's a ranking system in the game. Because I was playing with my cousins and brothers, and I don't know how it came about, but I was like, I wonder if I'm the best. I think I jokingly said I'm the best Decidueye in the world. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. I'm the best Decidueye player in the world as a joke. And they said, one of them said, there's the ranking system. You can go look. I'm like, there's a ranking system in the game? And I will note the ranking system was based on literally just wins and total wins and win percentage. That's all the ranking system was based on. So it didn't really adequately, I feel, gauge how good someone was. But still, I was like, there's a ranking system, ranking Decidueye players. My goal was to get up to as high as I could in that. My goal was top 100 because you could get rankings up to, I think at the time was like 1,500. I can't run. I think it might have gone up to 1,500, and then top 100 could be seen by anybody. If you go on the ranking, click on a Pokemon, scroll through, the top 100 can be seen by all players throughout the entire world. And it's not just regional for those top 100 players. It's the top 100 in the world. I'm like, that was my goal. I want to get to top 100 in Pokemon Unite with Decidueye, one of the worst Pokemon in the game. When I first found out there was the rating or ranking system, I believe I was ranked like 980 something. I had a long way to go. I wasn't bad, I'd say. Like, I was top 1,000, but I'm like, no. I want to be top 100. Kamo, thank you for tuning back in. I appreciate it. I'm like, I want to be top 100 with Decidueye in Pokemon Go. And at this time, I thought I was maxed out when I got the 100 rating. Like, I don't know what I could do to be better. And then I found a very apparent issue with the movement. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, how do I fix the movement? And then I remember I was watching a YouTube video of a guy explain how so here's the interesting part about this video I saw. The video I was watching, the guy was explaining why Spirit Shackle Shadow Sneak was better than Razor Leaf Leaf Storm. So what he's doing is showing how bad these two grass moves are and how the two ghost moves are way better. I will note at the time, remember, I'm using the grass move Razor Leaf and the ghost move Shadow Sneak. The types don't really matter. I just use it as a descriptor to make it, try to make more sense what I'm using. Everyone says the two grass moves on Decidueye are absolutely useless. There's no reason to use them. And in the video the guy's explaining, he said, the only thing Leaf Storm, or is it Leaf Tornado? What's the name of it? Oh my gosh. Look, I'm sorry. It's been like 2 years since I actually grinded this game. Pokemon Unite. It is Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm. He's like, the only good thing Leaf Storm is used for is to push back the opposing Pokemon. And when I heard that, dude, a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, my issue is getting away from Pokemon. The issue I have is I don't have enough movement. Because, like, you look like Cinderace, who's a similar player to Decidueye in terms of range if you use Shadow Sneak. You have, like, the Flame Charge, so you can dash all over the place. Lucario has dash moves. All these Pokemon have these dash moves. I'm like, Decidueye doesn't have that, but I need something like that. I was using Shadow Sneak to slow the opposing Pokemon, so I could mainly catch up to them. I didn't use it as much to get away from them. But then I saw this guy who's literally saying why Leaf Storm is bad. Is it Leaf Storm or Leaf Tornado? I forgot already. Leaf Storm. He's literally saying Leaf Storm's bad because all it's worth is pushing these guys away. But then when I saw them, like, wait, I can use that. Because typically with a dash move, you're moving yourself in a direction. But I'm like, with Leaf Storm, I can move the opponent in a different direction. So rather than using a dash move to get away, I'm using a knockback move to push them away. The distance is the same if I dash or if I push them back. There's no difference. The distance between me and the opponent is the same after the move. Rather than me moving, I'm moving them. And so I switched to that move. So I'm now using the two grass moves. Razor Leaf, Leaf Storm. What is said to be the worst moveset on the worst Pokemon in the game. But I didn't care. I'm like, I love using this so much. I'm so good with this. Let's see how far I can get. My goal is top 100 and the highest rank in the game. So me and my brother, at the start of the year, start grinding. And we're playing. I'm loving using Leaf Storm to push the guys back. Leaf Storm would eventually get a buff to where Leaf Storm there's two parts in it. There's the furthest, it's like the close section and the far section. The far section of its range only pushes the opposing Pokemon back. Although if they're in the close section, so if you use it and the opponent is really close to you, it pushes them back and spins them and leaves them stunned for like a second, if I'm not mistaken. I know it does the stun. I don't know the exact time of the stun, though. I apologize about that. but it pushes them back and stuns them. And then they buffed it to where the range of that was greater. I think it at first went wider, and I think it became longer eventually as well. So they made this move now. I'm using it just simply to move them away. Now I'm able to easily stun them to enhance my ability to get away from them. I mean, never use that move to push Pokemon back as I'm attacking them. I only ever use that move to get people away from me as I'm trying to run away from them because I'm about to die. Or if they're like on top of me when I'm attacking, because another thing with Razor Leaf I forgot to point out, Razor Leaf does more damage the farther away it is. So when you use that move, there's the circle around you that just, for the range in which it can shoot. The closer you are to the center of the circle, the less damage it does. If the closer they are to the perimeter of the circle, the greater the damage is. So you think about it, I push them back, I start shooting Razor Leaf, I'm doing more damage because they're further back, they're stunned for a little bit. It was the perfect combo for me. Still an eject button there to get all around the map. I could shoot through walls with eject button and stuff. It was so OP. And me and my brother, beginning of January 2022, pushed all the way up to the highest tier there was. Again, I don't even... The names of the tiers I never liked. There was like Veteran, Master, Ultra, Legend. I don't remember the names of the tiers specifically. But we pushed up to the highest rank there was in Ranked in Pokemon Go with Decidueye and Blissey. We ran us two in Ranked games, just us two. He was Blissey with like Helping Hand Soft Boil. I was Decidueye. He just stayed with me the whole time. Us two, single-handedly, won... we went on a 23-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can see your longest win streak on Pokemon Unite. I'll have to check that. That was my longest win streak. We went on a tear. Again, I think it was a 23-game win streak where we single-handedly won the games ourselves. Our teammates were so bad, dude. That was one thing that upset me with Unite. You'd get matched up with the worst teammates imaginable. Yet, we pushed on through. The Blissey Decidueye combo was OP. And we made it all the way up to the highest rank. And as we got there, I'm like, well, the only thing left for me to do now in the game is to get top 100. And so I went to see where I was ranking, and I had made it all the way up to about 400. So I'm in about the 400 range with Decidueye on the ranking scale. Again, top 100 are the only ones that actually show up to everybody. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a push now. Top 100 Decidueye. Before, I was just using Decidueye just to use it. Now I'm like, I'm actually going to be conscious of my win rate and games played and all that stuff with it. Because again, the ranking is based solely on win percentage and games won. And I'm queuing into solo games and getting the piss beaten out of me with these randos. And I'm just losing. And that's like trashing my win percentage record. And so I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to take this seriously. So I actually only started using Decidueye like when I was like actually consciously like going all out and playing with people I knew and stuff. And I just started grinding. We're playing every single night. I'll never forget this. Come home from school. Me and my brothers would go swim. Because they swim on like swim teams and stuff. And we'd go swim. Come home. Eat dinner. Clean up, make dinner, eat dinner, clean up dinner. Then after dinner, the rest of the night, we're just playing Unite. We were playing Unite the whole night until bed. Every single weekday for the entire beginning. I remember so vividly from like January, February, March, April, January to I think May 2022. That's genuinely all we did. January to April 2022. We just grinded every single night. And slowly but surely, I started climbing up the leaderboard. I was in the 400s. Then I was in the 300s. Then the 200s. Then I'm 190. Then I'm 180. Then I'm 140. Then I'm like 120. I'm like, oh my god. And then I just stopped. I stopped climbing up the ranking. I got to like the 120s, and I just stopped. Then I finally managed to crawl my way into the teens. I'm like, I am so close, dude. I'm winning so many games. I'm playing the best Unite I've ever played around this time. Like, Koopa and all those Pokemon came out. I think Azumarill came out at the end there while I was doing this grind. And I'm just stuck, dude. I'm in like 118, 116, and I just can't get any higher. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'm winning all these games. It's just like, it was the win percentage and stuff. It was so hard. But I just kept playing, kept battling, get better and better with Decidueye. And next thing I know, I'm rank 100. I'm like, oh my God, I did it. And then we kept playing, kept winning. I'm like, oh my God, then I'm in the 90s. Now I'm in the 80s. I'm like, you know what? I want to see how high I can get. I want to see how high I can get on this list, the ranking here they have for Decidueye. And so we're grinding, playing nonstop all the time. And I managed to get all the way up to 45th in the world with Decidueye. I have the screenshots here. I'm going to make a video about this one day. One day I want to make a big video explaining all this. But I was 45th in the world with Decidueye. I had a 71% win rate with 491 wins. That was the highest I ever got. 45th in the world. And the thing is, to this day, I still believe this. I think I was the best Razor Leaf Decidueye player in the world. Because all the people, like, you can click on the other ranked people and see their recent games played and their movesets with the Pokemon they were playing in those games. And all the other people around me, all of the other ones in the top 100 ranking were all using Spirit Shackle and Shadow Sneak, the two ghost moves. Again, I'm using the two grass moves. Everybody else on the ranking is using the ghost moves. I'm the only one up there using the grass moves. And then I'm like, you know what? Like, what is it? And then I was playing like that's about. I kind of like, once I got to 45th in the world, the game, like, Delphox was released and, like, all this stuff. It was just stun. I didn't really like the direction the game was going, so I kind of stopped playing for a bit. I don't even know where I am on the rankings anymore. I mean, I barely play anymore, so I'm probably really low. But nonetheless, we stopped playing right around. Sorry, I'm like, I gotta get back over to the mass outbreak. I'm like, we got up to 45th in the world. I was so happy, so excited. To this day, like, that's one of my biggest, like, accomplishments I have in, like, video games. That's arguably the biggest accomplishment I have in a video game. Being 45th in the world in something in a Pokemon game. Pokemon's the biggest franchise in the world. Like, I pride myself on that. I think that's so awesome that I managed to do that. And I was looking, though, I remember, at the time, at all the top players. I'm like, because these guys have, like, 100% win percentages with, like, 600, 700, 800 games played. I'm like, how is that 100% win rate with 600 games played? How is that possible? And so I click on their profiles, and I did this for, I think, 1 to 35. Nah, I think it was 20 to 25. Number 1 to, like, number 20 to 25. I was going through all of their games played and just seeing, like, how good are these guys actually doing? Every single one of the top guys, without a shadow of a doubt, 1 to 10. Probably, like, in the teens and 20s as well. All of them, 100% win rates. They're winning all these games. And I look at their stats in the games, because you can see their performance. You can see their points scored. What is it? You can see their points scored in the outcome of the game. If they won or if there was a surrender. And the top 10 all had the same thing. They had 0 points scored, and every game they won via surrender. And you could go scrolling as far as you can on their games. That's the case for absolutely all of them. And I'm like, how is that possible? Because you think about it. In Pokemon Unite, the earliest you can surrender is when you are 5 minutes into the game. That is halfway through the game. So you're telling me for 20 plus games, they not only won all 20 games in a row, or not even 20, as all the games you could see, you tell me they won, we'll say 40 games. You tell me they won 40 games in a row without losing. I mean, that would make sense if they have a 100% win rate. They win every game they play. They're winning every game they play. Every game they win is via surrender. And they're not scoring a single point. in any game? I'm like, that seems kind of weird. And like, someone could make the argument that, oh, since you're looking at the top players in the world with that character, which I was one of at the time. So like top 1 to 10, they're probably on actual teams. And like when you play, like you watch actual competitive teams play Unite, and they all have specific roles and stuff for their guys. And you think with Decidueye, it's a really weak Pokemon. So you don't want to score with Decidueye, because if you're on an actual competitive team and you're pushing up trying to score with Decidueye, you're going to get dropped most of the time in those top lobbies and stuff. Which, I mean, I agree with 100%. That makes sense. But remember, Decidueye's an F tier. Everyone says Decidueye's the worst character in the game. So none of the top competitive teams were using him, making that argument completely false and invalid. Because, like, you look at every YouTuber at the time, every competitive team, every tournament there ever was, nobody was using Decidueye back then. Not a single person. So saying that the top guys are on competitive teams and their role isn't to score is completely invalid, because none of the top guys are doing it. So my conclusion was they were all hackers. All the top players that were ahead of me on that ranking, except the guys around me. Like, there was a couple of people around me, like the 40s and 30s. But, like, I think, like, numbers 1 to, like, 25 on that ranking were all hackers. I genuinely think. Because I'm like, there's no way you're winning 40, 50 games in a row. Sometimes with the 100% win rate, it shows they're winning 600, 700, 800 games in a row. You're getting a surrender every game, and you're not scoring a single point. You think about it, if someone's surrendering, the earliest they could surrender is 5 minutes in, halfway through the game. Why would someone surrender? Because you're scoring so many points against them. But you don't have any points scored. It just didn't add up. It just made no sense. So, that's what I believe with that. I won't say I'm the best Decidueye in the world. Although, I would like to make that claim. I would make that claim. I was the best in the world. But I think, without a doubt, I was the best Razor Leaf Decidueye in the world. There is no doubt in my mind about that. We would go against other Decidueyes, and I'd be, like, yelling. I'm like, they're mine. Let me know where they are on the map. I'm fighting them. I'm going after them. And I just outclassed them every single time. So because of all of this journey I went on with Decidueye, climbing all the way up to 45th in the world in Pokemon Unite, with it, Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye. That is the reason why I like Decidueye so much. That is the reason why Rowlet's my favorite starter, and Decidueye is one of my favorite starters of all time. That's why I bought the life-size Rowlet. I have a shiny PSA 10 Rowlet from Hidden Fates. We're doing the shiny hunt for Rowlet right now. That is why Rowlet and Decidueye are my favorite starters of all time. That was a long story. To anyone all those that were listening to that, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I was just rambling on there talking about it. I don't even have a sandwich going, do I? That's my story with Decidueye. That's my story. And Unite, like, I've done a couple streams of it. I've played it a little bit. Persian plays amazing story. Thank you, thank you. Puffton, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, when I was playing Unite, that deserves a mic drop. Shiny Nick and I'm like, what's bro yapping about? Really entertaining while hunting, though. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, dude, when I'm at my peak there, beginning 2022, I'm playing and I'm like, this is my favorite video game I've ever played. There was no doubt about that for me. Every day, I looked forward to playing that game so much. That's all I wanted to do. It's all I thought about. It's all I talked about. Every YouTube video I watched were videos about Pokemon Unite. I'm reading, I remember sitting in class. I'm online reading tier lists and team makers and, team comps for Unite and all this stuff. I was all in with Unite. I remember it was when Delphox was released. That just, that's when it got, Delphox had some fire spin move that stuns you and all that stuff. And I'm just like, man, it just made the game just not that much fun. I know one of the things that helped me be really good was my ability to stun other people. But it was a short stun. Like, it wasn't a big one. And then Delphox came in, and it became bearable. But then, like, they added in more Pokemon and more Pokemon and more Pokemon. It was just stun, freeze, stun, paralyze, like, all this stuff. It was just... I kind of lost interest in the game. And it's also, too, like, I achieved everything I wanted to. I got the highest rank. I got 45th in the world. I was at a point where I felt I could make the claim I'm the best Razor Leaf Decidueye in the world. I just kind of slowly stopped playing the game. I've tried to get back into it here and there. Like, the end of last summer, during Worlds and stuff, I'm watching it. I tried to start playing some more. I tried using, like, Zoroark, sorry. Because I still use Decidueye every so often. It's my favorite character to use, without a doubt. I was like, I'll try some other guys and stuff. Like, I just can't find anything that gives that same spark that I had. Technocat, thank you for tuning in. So glad you randomly popped on my homepage. Hey, Persian Plays, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, like, dude, I mean, I don't know. It's just that enjoyment I had just isn't there. And then I started to enjoy the game a bit. Mewtwo's just so stupid, man. I said, I'm not playing that game until they get rid of Mewtwo. Like, I played Decidueye. I try to go against a Mewtwo. I can't win. There was a couple times I did, but that's when the Mewtwo is clearly a horrible player. Like, I'm playing with Decidueye going toe-to-toe with Mewtwo's. I have to throw my ult. I have to use Razor Leaf multiple times. I have to use my eject button. I have to manage to stun them with Leaf Storm. Like, I have to do absolutely everything I possibly can to stop Mewtwo, and it's still not enough most of the time. I'm like, and then Mewtwo, its ult hits every Pokemon on the field, and it does 2/3 of Decidueye's health. 66% of Decidueye's health gets taken out from Mewtwo using its ult. I'm like, dude, like, it isn't fun anymore because of Mewtwo. And if Mewtwo's available in just casual battles, sure, I'm fine with that. But Mewtwo's banned in actual competitive. Like, at Worlds, Mewtwo was banned. You weren't able to use it. So why is it available in Ranked? How come in Pokemon Unite you can use Mewtwo in Ranked if it's not even able to be used in competitive play? I just thought it was so stupid. It's just Mewtwo's the reason why I don't like playing. And, like, I saw Mewtwo got nerfed and stuff a bit, but I'm like, nah, it's not. It's until they absolutely eliminate it from Ranked or, nerf it, give it a Duraludon nerf, like, it won't be enough. Unfortunately. Because let me tell you guys, when it comes to me playing games, and I look at, I'm not ranking my favorite games of all time. More so ranking games I enjoyed playing the most. I mean, number 2, like, it'd be like 2, 3, 4, 5, for whatever games they may be, close together. Unite's all the way up here, as high as it could. That was the most fun I ever had playing a video game. Whoa. Look at all the Rowlets here. That game was, it was just, I loved it so much. I'm gonna have to do it. After explaining this story, I'm gonna have to do a Unite stream sometime soon. One thing I want to do, though, I will note, is I got good at Unite. I'm decent in Pokemon Go. I'm level 43. I want to try to at least become competent in VGC, doubles battles. Because I've been watching Wolfie's videos more and more. And, like, I've explained this a couple times, too. I had watched Wolfie since the start of Scarlet and Violet. And, like, all his stuff was, like, VGC doubles. I never did that before. I played Showdown all the time, but it was singles. Gen 7 OU is my favorite format to play on Showdown. I never really played any doubles. I actually hated playing doubles. And I started watching Wolfie to learn about the new Pokemon stuff in Scarlet and Violet, see what was good and what's bad. I'm like, this guy's always, all he talks about is doubles. And I look up, I come to find, I'm like, oh, well, Worlds, I didn't even know this before 2023. Like, now it would have been before, I didn't know this before Scarlet and Violet. Worlds doesn't have singles. It's literally just doubles. The competitive format of Pokemon in real life is doubles battles. So that kind of got me like, oh, I might actually look into that then. And then I start watching Wolfie more and more and more. And then I watched his like last video before Worlds. And dude, that's what pushed me over the edge. And made me like, oh yeah, I want to play this. Like just watching that video, it was so good. And I remember how the video ended. He's like, only one other person has ever had to compete because he didn't qualify for the bye in day 1 and he had to straight to day 2 at Worlds. He had to compete in day 1. He ends the video by saying, only one other person, no, sorry. Ends the video by saying only one person has ever had to compete in Worlds during day 1 and went on to win. Thankfully, that person was me. I'm like, that's the coldest line I've ever heard in any YouTube video before. Like, that was, like, that got me so amped up and juiced and hyped and excited. I'm like, I watched all of Worlds, dude. It was, and I started playing Showdown a ton. I've told this story before. The opening ceremony for Worlds 2023. That's the first time I ever played VGC-style Pokemon. Doubles. I went on Showdown. I played for 3 hours. I won 3 battles. I was awful. So bad. And so I started watching more Wolfie's videos, started building teams and stuff with, like, his Pokemon and all that. And I played, like, the whole end of 2023. Like, I was from August to, like, literally now. No, actually, the past couple months I've been playing too much. From August to the release of the Teal Mask. No, I'll say August to October. August, September, October. Those 3 months, I was playing so much Showdown, dude. I was grinding. And all of the Pokemon I used were based on the ones Wolfie used in his videos. And so now just the other day, I watched his Worlds 2023 video. And one thing he points out in the video, he says, when I've been building all these teams, I've been using Pokemon that nobody else uses. And he was mentioning, like, there's all these other OP Pokemon that everyone uses, but I don't like using those. And I'm sitting there just like, you've got to be effing kidding me. I've been using these Pokemon because I thought they were the best ones because Wolfie's using them. Then I come to find out, I'm using the worst Pokemon of the game. Gyarados was the backbone of my team, and Wolfie said Gyarados had a 2% play rate. Like, what? I'm like, there's absolutely no way. The only thing I used that was like the norm OP meta was Iron Hands and Flutter Mane. Everyone else I used was just the guys I saw Wolfie use. And so I'm like, oh, good God. So then I just started playing last night again because I said, Incineroar's out. Everyone talked about how OP Incineroar was. I want to see how good he really is. And I made a team last night. I'm like, I love you, Wolfie. And I'm still going to use the guys you use in your videos. I don't know if he's made any content yet of the Regulation F is what's out right now. I don't know if he's made any content of that yet, so I don't know specifically what Pokemon he'll be using for Regulation F. Although, I was just like, I'm going to try to just use the most OP broken Pokemon there are and see how it goes. So I make a team. Incineroar, Golden Go, Flutter Mane, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Rillaboom, and Ogerpon with the Hearth Flame, the Fire Ogerpon. That is the best I've ever. Last night on Showdown, that's the highest win percentage I think I've ever had. I was balling last night. I'm like, dude, so this is what it's like to use good Pokemon. And to be fair, I am in like, I'm just going in and battling. Like, I don't know if there's ranking. There is the ranking system on there. I'm probably as low as you can possibly be. I'm like the bottom tier there probably is. But I like, typically I'd even struggle there. Like, people are beating me. I am absolutely balling in Unite. Or in Pokemon Go. Pokemon Showdown, sorry. We're talking about Go, Unite, Showdown, all these different games. It's hard to keep track of them all. I'm balling Pokemon Showdown. And so, like I said, Thursday I'm going to do a stream of playing it. I have the basis for the team. We have the Incineroar. I have a Flutter Mane I can use. I have the Golden Go.
and we have Ogerpon. Like, that's the team. Like, I'm gonna do a stream. I can do it actually in here. I don't even need to do it on Showdown. But you guys have been asking for a Showdown stream, so I'll give you a Showdown stream. Calm Mind isn't the move I was using yesterday. I had a different move. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't Calm Mind, though. Calm Mind wasn't the move. I was using something else. Oh my god! Dude, how many subs have we gained from this stream? You guys like me talking about Decidueye, huh? Yo, to everyone that subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Holy crap. How many subs? Well, I started the stream at 8:14, I think. We're at 8:21 right now. We get like 7 subs during the stream. Yo, to everyone that subscribed, thank you so much. That means so much. I appreciate it. I thank you all. I mean, we haven't even found a... If you guys want to see a good stream, watch the end of yesterday's stream. You know, no week, I still have faith. I'll still get some cracked stuff here. I'll still get some cracked stuff here. Atif, I use Pokemon to transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Home as my team. Dude, I don't blame you. That's the smart thing to do if I'm being completely honest. Pokemon Home. Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home to Pokemon Sleep. I've never used Pokemon Sleep. I've been meaning to do it. I want to try it. I've never used it before. We need a Poke Chat with Playa Stream to hear more of these stories. Dude, I got some crazy TCG stories. I have some crazy stuff to talk about with that. Persian plays you earn it, man. Thank you, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I just found you in my home screen with nothing to watch, and it was funny to hear while hunting. Yo, dude, the Pokemon, like, community is so cool. Because the majority of people that tune into the streams, you guys are also shiny hunting. So we all just sit here, chill, talk, and shiny hunt together. It's so much fun. God, dude, these streams are the best, man. I also make videos, too, for anyone new that's tuning in. Every Saturday, I post a video. Have you met more of the community? If I'm being honest, I haven't really met anybody. Like, I mean, in terms of community, I just talk to you guys. Streamers? Oh, no. Like, I haven't been streaming that long. I just started streaming shiny hunts in, it was beginning of July is when I first started. Yeah, beginning of July is when I started. Looking for shiny in X, Y as we speak. In X and Y? What are you looking for in there? Dude, actually, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Rowlet yet. It's been 2 hours, man. It's been 2 hours and I haven't found anything. You were hunting Scyther in PLA. What's PLA? Is that Platinum? Apparently because it's easier than Scarlet Violet. Would have been here for an hour. I feel you guys. Hey, one thing I will note. Based on yesterday's stream. Oh, Legends Arceus. I gotta play that. I'm gonna play. That's the next game I'm gonna play. We just did the Shiny Nuzlocke. We finished that. I'm gonna start editing that video tomorrow. And that'll probably not... That won't be this weekend's video, but next weekend's video. If I could do that video's gonna be... I'm telling you guys, that video's gonna be like an hour long. It's gonna be long. But, once I post that video... Because that'll, like, close the book on that for now. Once I post that video, then we're gonna start playing Legends Arceus. In the meantime, there's so much stuff to do in this game still. Like, before we even go to the Legendaries... Because I want to catch the Legendaries... Raging Bolt, all that stuff. I want to get at least shiny. We already got the majority of shinies I want. Incineroar and Sobble. Those were the 2 big ones. Rowlet, honestly, like... I mean, here's the thing with me. Like, I'm going to do a stream called Giving Away Shiny Charizards. I'm literally going to do a stream where I just give away shiny Charizards to you guys because I have too many of them. I have my Pokemon Home's full of them. My Pokemon Go, my account's full of them. I'm like, I don't want to transfer them, so I'm just going to give them away. So I'll give them away to you guys. And I'm like, it's easy to get those shinies because I can just transfer them to Go, from Go to home to here. So, like, the ones I wanted to do first, you can tell Incineroar you can't get in Pokemon Go. Sobble can't get in Pokemon Go. But Rowlet, the Calm Day is this weekend. So I'm like, I'm going to have 30 shiny Rowlets on Saturday. I love Pokemon X and Y. Soft reset shiny Fennekin and got it. Shiny Nickit. Dude, shiny, shiny Fennekin is really cool. I love the gray. It's so awesome. X and Y are good games, too. Here's the thing. The only complaint I have about X and Y is they're too easy. I just feel like they're too easy of games. The Pokemon might be my favorite pool of Pokemon in any game. Like, it was so cool. But the games were just too easy for me, I feel. Because, like, for me, like, you would think, like, I would like it because some of my favorite Pokemon, Mega Charizard X and Snorlax, they give you both of those. And so I'm just like, I like that they give you, but I kind of want to grind. Like, part of the fun about Pokemon is the grind for this stuff. Also, if you don't mind me asking, how do you stream Pokemon? Really looking into becoming a streamer too? So, how I stream, so I have my Switch. I have a game capture card, an Elgato is what I use. And then I stream on Streamlabs. Those are like the key 3 pieces. Yeah, you need the Switch. I will note you need to have the Switch with the controllers. You can't have a light. You can't have a Switch Lite. Because that actually, so I was going, here's another funny story. So this past summer, I was making videos and stuff, posting shorts, but I wasn't streaming. I'm like, you know what? I want to start streaming. Because I'm like, I want to shiny hunt, but because I'd never shiny hunted before. I'm like, I want to shiny hunt, but I don't want to just, like, do it. I want to, if I'm going to do it, like, I want to record it and stuff to make, like, so I can sit here and, like, just talk and, like, tell all these crazy Pokemon stories and stuff. So I'm like, I want to do all this stuff while I, shiny hunt. I don't want to just shiny hunt just by myself. I want to do it with you guys, like, chill and hang out with you guys while I do it. So I'm like, I'm going to start streaming it. And so I woke up in the morning. I remember this. I think it was a Sunday. I play soccer, and I'm in a Sunday league. We go to the Sunday league game, and I play. And we come home, and I get home, shower, eat, and I'm literally sitting right here, and I'm about to stream. I had everything set up. Only thing was you need the capture card. You need a HDMI to plug into the device. And I'm like, well, the Switch Lite only has USB-C. It doesn't have an HDMI port. So I got a USB-C to HDMI adapter. I had ordered the adapter on Amazon like a couple days before, and it was there that morning. And so I plug in the adapter, plug in the HDMI to the Switch, then plug it into the Elgato, and I'm all ready to stream. And just nothing. Just nothing at all. It says Elgato no image or whatever, like no signal. It says Elgato no signal on this screen. I'm like, well, that's a problem. I'm like, is the adapter not working or something like that? And so I'm trying. I'm like, I can't figure out what's wrong. And then I just thought, I'm like, maybe it's my Switch, because I had bought a Switch Lite, like a refurbished one, a couple years ago. I'm like, maybe there's something with that. That's why it doesn't work. And so I try one of my brother's Switches. It doesn't work as well. And like, okay, that's 2 Switches. Both don't work. Theirs they bought brand new. Mine I bought refurbished. So I'm like, so I was thinking it's the adapter. So then my one brother had recently got the OLED Switch. I'm like, you know what? Let me try that. And so I asked him to borrow it. Yeah, lets me borrow it. And I plug it in. Sure enough, everything fires right up. I go to look it up. It's literally impossible for the Switch Lite to project its gameplay anywhere. It can only do it on the screen. So I'm like, well, crap. My plan was to stream. I can't stream on this device. And I was gonna wait until the next Nintendo console came out to buy the nice one. I'm like, I have a Switch Lite. That's all I really need to play Pokemon and stuff. And I'm like, but I want to stream. So literally that day, I was sitting here ready to stream. I couldn't stream. I'm like, let's go. We went to Target, bought an OLED Switch, came home, set up the thing, downloaded Pokemon, fired up the stream, title the stream, not ending the stream until I find a shiny Kingambit. Thankfully, found a shiny Bisharp 3 hours into the stream, and we were off and running, and I stream all the time now. Getting the Switch was a whole ordeal, too. We went back there. Target had, like, just opened, so there's no workers back there at the, in the, like, electronics area. So I'm walking through the store for 10 minutes, me and my brother. We can't find a single worker in all of Target. Like, where is somebody? I'm like, I'm ready to punch the glass out and just leave the money on the table and go. And we're walking all around. We see the OLED switches in there. There's 2 of them. I see both of them in there. And so I'm walking around, and finally, like, I'm going to go up to the front, like, to that, like, manager desk in the front and go ask. I walk all the way up to the front of the store. I didn't go to the desk. I eventually found someone in the front of the store. And I asked him, like, do you know if there's anyone in electronics? They go on the walkie-talkie. Like, oh, yeah, someone just went over there. I'm like, oh, great, thank you. So I walk over there. By the time I go over there, there's a line of 4 people and the guy checking everyone out. I'm like, dude, I was just here a minute and a half ago, and there was not a soul over here. Now there's a worker and a line. Like, what's going on? And so I'm sitting there waiting in line because I'm like, I don't have the item because I have to ask the guy to go open it. And then finally, people check out, and I'm the second person in line. And there's 2 guys right in front of me. And they ask, can you go get us the OLED Switch? And I was just like, there's no way. There's 2 people standing in front of me. These 2 guys are, like, together, I think. Like, they're there together. And they asked to go get the Switch. I'm like, there's only 2 left. There's 2 of them there. Are they both buying one? So they walk over, and I'm just following them. So I'm like, I got to get one, too. I just follow him over there. And the guy opens it up, and he says, how many? And I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, please don't say 2. He's like, oh, just 1. And then I literally say, I'm like, oh, can I get one as well? He's like, yeah, sure. So he grabs the 2, gives one to one guy, gives the one to me, and I got the OLED Switch. That day, came home and streamed. And like I said, we've been off and running. Any specific capture card? I have the Elgato. I feel like it's HD 60. Let me look. Elgato. Nope. Elgato HD 60X, maybe? Yeah, Elgato HD 60X is what I have. I got it on Amazon. Yeah, that's what I have. The Elgato HD 60X. Horizon plays my stream for 3 years. You'll have to check out your channel then. Is it just your account there? I'll have to check it out. I appreciate you taking the time to tune into my stuff. I'll have to tune into your stuff as well. My streams aren't anything good, though. No! I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they're great. One thing I've found with streaming, my favorite thing to do is just sit here and talk. If I'm being completely honest. I just like chilling here, sitting and talking and hanging out. Like, so, I was explaining how, you know what? Where is this shiny Rowlet? See, I don't like the mass outbreaks. I'm leaving the mass outbreak. I gotta go find a different spot. The mass outbreak... Noodle Doodle, thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. The mass outbreaks over here they're not working. They are not working for me. I'm gonna have to go find a different spot. Look, Sawsbuck, Rowlet. We have the flying sandwich now instead of the grass one, which helped a lot because the grass one just spawned deerlings everywhere. Excuse me. The flying one is more limited to what is able to spawn. Because there are Doduos and Dodrios over here. But it seems like those spawn a lot less than the deerling in them. What other grass-type starters can I even get? I only have the, these two... Oh. I only have these two biomes unlocked right now. The bottom two. Savannah and Canyon. I haven't done the, what is it, Coastal and Winter? What's this one called? Polar biome and Coastal biome. Why is the game so laggy over here? One difference I have noticed with the switches. Treecko! You're right. Yeah, Treecko's over in the Canyon one. Maybe we go look for Treecko for a bit. Because despite that one being in Pokemon Go, I still don't have one. Snivy, too! Oh my god, have I even seen a Snivy yet? God, do I have a story about Snivy. Dude, why? Hang on, I can't... Alright, so, my first ever Pokemon game I played. That's actually a good question. What are the first Pokemon games all you played? For me, I kind of have a weird story. My first Pokemon game I ever played was Diamond and Pearl. For my birthday, I think it was my birthday. My cousins gave me a copy of Pokemon Pearl. But they got it from GameStop, and it was used. So when I got the game, it was already beat. And you would think, oh, just reset it. I didn't want to reset it, though. First of all, I didn't even know how to. But also, too, it had every Pokemon you could imagine on there. Every legendary, every starter, from every generation, everything was on that game. So I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I can't restart this. So I just played that game and, like, beat the Elite Four again and again and again and again, and all that stuff. Mainly just battled the Elite Four and ran around and played the game. And caught wild Pokemon and stuff. Wasn't much to do. But then I would get Pokemon Black and White when those first came out. I never remember the name of each one. Pokemon White was the one I had, the one with Zekrom. Pokemon White, that was the first game I played, like, on my own, beginning to end. Like, I got it brand new, played it all the way through. And to this day, still my favorite game of all time. I always think, like, is it because it's nostalgia that I like that game so much? Or is it because those games were actually the best? And, like, dude, I've replayed those games. I've replayed Pokemon White more than I've played every other Pokemon game I've played, more than every other Pokemon game I've played combined. Like, I've played a lot of the Pokemon games. Pokemon White, I played so many times. Just because it was, like, the Ends Castle at the end, the battle with Alder, Getsis, the gym leaders. Everything is just so cool in that game. I love it so much. What I eventually did was I transferred over all my good stuff from... I somehow acquired 2 copies of it. So on one of my accounts, I transferred over all my good stuff from Pearl, and I have all my good Pokemon from each time I played through the game. I just trade them over to that account. Then the other account is just the one I would reset and play again and again and again. But the first time I ever played the game, first ever playthrough of Pokemon White, the first ever playthrough I really had of any Pokemon game, I am playing the game, and I go to get my starter. I picked Snivy, because I like Superior the best out of the starters from Unova. And it's like, would you like to give it a nickname? I click yes. a lot of people like to nickname their Pokemon, although I'm not someone that likes to nickname my Pokemon. I accidentally clicked yes, I want to give it a nickname. So I'm like, oh shoot, what do I name it? Because there was no, like, now if I click on a Pokemon, click name it, give it a nickname, I can click cancel and not give it a nickname. Well, back then, if you click give it a nickname, there's no going back. You're giving it a nickname. So I'm like, oh, it's named Snivy. I'll just name it Snivy. That was my mistake. Because here we go to, like, level 16 or whatever it is. Snivy's evolving. And it evolves. And it's still Snivy. Its name is still Snivy. But it's a Servine. I'm like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. I named it Snivy because that was its name. But when it evolves, the name isn't going to change because I nicknamed it. So the nickname stays the same. What I should have done was name it Superior, so I would just have a Snivy named Superior, and that would evolve into a Servine named Superior, and then I would eventually have a Superior just nicknamed Superior. But instead, I nicknamed it Snivy, so its name was just permanently Snivy. That's my first ever starter in Pokemon. I gotta see if I can get... I said this before. I gotta see if I can get that thing over into these games. Persian Plays, I did the exact same thing with the Charizard, named it Charmander. Glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one that made that mistake. Yeah, so... I still have that Pokemon on my Pokemon White save. I gotta get it over in this game. That's one thing I do want to try to do. I would like to try to assemble my best team I could possibly make in Pokemon. From my best Pokemon from each gen. Like, I think back to all my playthroughs. That first time I played through, obviously I had my OP starter named Snivy. The Superior. I had a Conkeldurr, which was my best Pokemon. I had a Conkeldurr my first playthrough. I remember being my best guy. Way over-leveled. Like, way over-leveled. Everything else was super low compared to that. Then I had a Crocodile as well. Those were the big three I had on my team. I don't remember my full team. I remember I had the Superior, Crocodile, Conkeldurr. I had an Unpheasant. I don't remember the last two. Electros, maybe? No, I did have an Electros. Is Electros a trait evolution? How does Electros evolve? Thunderstone. Okay, no, so I might have had one. Actually, now that I think of it, I think the team was Snivy, the Superior, Conkeldurr, Crocodile, Unpheasant, Electros, and Hydreigon. I think those 6 were the team. I had other Pokemon too I would swap in and out. But I think that was like, those were the main 6 I had. I can't believe I remembered that. Like, but the thing is, I remember like having a Seismitoad too. Or a Palpitoad at least. Like, I gotta fire up that game and see if I had my... Because, like, what I try to do is on the games, I put my OG playthrough team, the Pokemon I use in a playthrough, right at the start of box 1. So here we go. This is the playthrough team I had. Quaxoval, Baxcalibur, Zapdos, the Kilowattrel, Tinkaton, Glamora, and Houndstone. I gotta see if they're still there on that save file. But like the best Pokemon I remember from that team was having the Conkeldurr. And then in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, my best Pokemon was this Slacking I transferred over from Pokemon Go. I named King, a shiny Slacking. I balled out with this thing. What I like to do when I play a lot of games, like if I'm playing a game for the first time, like when I played Scarlet and Violet here, like I'll just use the normal starters and stuff that are there. Mainly if it's the new, like, yeah, I'm fine with doing just that. But a lot of times what I like to do, like when I would play Pokemon White, I told you guys I'd play that again and again and again and again. What I would like to do with that was I wouldn't use the starter. I would trade them away and use something else. Like, for instance, I remember one time I replaced my starter in Pokemon White with Squirtle. I did it with a Dratini. I did it with a Charmander. I did it with a Venusaur. I did it with a Treecko. I did it with all these different starters. And other Pokemon to use as my starter. Slacking, though, I don't think I necessarily played the whole game with him. I kind of traded it over more towards the end. I remember because I made a Hoenn team in that with the shiny Ralts that I found in that game. I had a Metagross, Salamence, Blaziken. What was it? Ralts, shiny Ralts, which was shiny Gardevoir, Metagross, Salamence, Blaziken, Milotic, and then King, the shiny Slacking, who is a monster. I spent all my money in that game on protein and gave it all to Slacking. And then when I was doing the DLC here with the Indigo disc, I had built a somewhat competitive team with a it was a kind of a rain team, with a Swift Swim, Roompapa, Ludicolo, and a Pelipper with Drizzle and Damprock. Well, my teeth kicked in against Crispin like 6 times. And I'm like, alright, I gotta use something else. I eventually beat Crispin, then I lost to Drayton. I'm like, you know what? For the last battle, I'm bringing over my best Pokemon from the other game. So I bring over King the Slacking. And had him here in this game. My best Pokemon in this game is Donde, the level 100 perfect IV Charizard. Best Pokemon from the other game, King the shiny Slacking. And then in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, I didn't play those games when they first came out. I played Sword and Shield the summer before Scarlet and Violet came out. And one thing I did, because I played Gen 7 OU a lot, and my favorite Pokemon to use in that was the Elemental Lax. A Snorlax with Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and Earthquake. And so I'm like, I want to use that in the playthrough here. And so I transferred over a Snorlax from from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, and from Pokemon Home to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And so then I played the game with Inteleon as my starter, but I didn't replace Inteleon. I kept Inteleon and just also used Snorlax as well. So the best Pokemon I have in that game is the OG Elemental Lax. Although, I'm not transferring him over because we have enough Snorlaxes on this game already, so he'll stay over there. And plus, we still have work to do in Sword and Shield. We gotta go on those Dynamax adventures to go get shiny Lugia. I started making a box with only my challenge teams, like only bug types and Sword and Shield. See, that's cool. I like that. Only bugs. Would you guys ever do only one Pokemon? I remember my cousin, he did one, I remember, Heart Gold, Soul Silver with only Magmar. Because he really liked Magmar. I think he did it with Infernape 2 in Black and White. I should do one with Lax. One issue, though, I will note, I had during that playthrough in Sword and Shield, you can't get the punches until, like, the last gym. So I was using, like, Body Slam and, like, high horsepower and Lick and stuff. Alright, is the sandwich done? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go over to... Let's go look for Treecko for a little bit. Typhlosion with Flamethrower, Earthquake, and Thunder Punch is unstoppable. See, that core moves, like, or you don't have ice on that, but Fire, Ground, and Electric. Then I throw in Ice as well. That core is OP. What do you think's faster? Flying upwards like this, or if I were to just climb the mountain? So I know the flying sandwich isn't going to work over here. Because Swablues and Skarmory spawn. I believe this is the spot where Treeckos spawn, right? Treecko, where are you at? Fracture. See, there's a Skarmory. Well, I mean, to be fair, Treecko's a pure grass type, so I have no choice. Let's fire up the sandwich. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm debating it. Treecko's literally pure grass. It's the only thing I can use. Alright, so we spent 2.5 hours looking for Rowlet. Didn't find anything. So we are moving on to Treecko. Grass 2. Let's see, I almost knocked everything off last time I made this sandwich. I almost dropped that tomato there, too. Ever consider doing a sleep block? If I am being honest, I don't know what that is. I assume it has something to do with Pokemon sleep. Again, I've never used Pokemon sleep before. I'll have to check it out. This seems like it'd be one of the better sandwiches, like I said, although the claw's got to be turned. Sleep like a Nuzlocke, but you can't sleep until you finish the game. Oh, good God, there's no way. I'd fall asleep. You can't sleep until you finish the game? That'd take forever. Like, how long do you think a typical game is? Like, does it take to beat it? Most games minimum 13 hours. I was gonna say, like, I was thinking, like, it normally takes me, I think, like, 24. Like, 'cause I think the Let's Go Nuzlocke, we did it in 24. Ooh, Treecko. Perfect. Treecko's so cool. Treecko's a really, really good starter. I ranked it high on the starter tier list, too. Oh, this is beautiful over here. It's only Treecko's. Oh, this is awesome. Shiny Treecko is like the teal, almost, with a red tail. Is that one sitting down? Treecko can't be sleeping so close to the edge. You might fall. I don't want to wake him up and startle him and knock him over. Oh, there we woke him up. Mudkip, Bulbasaur, and Totodile are the best starters. I can see that. They're all good. My favorite, like I said, is Rowlet. I like Mudkip and Treecko. Froakie, too, I really like. Totodile's cool. It's grown on me a lot. I like it shiny. Oh my God, dude, no way! That's the shiny Treecko, right? Dude, how long have we been looking for it? A minute? We were looking for Rowlet for 2.5 hours and found absolutely nothing. Treecko we found in literally a minute, dude. There's no way. He's doing big boy damage to Incineroar. 1, 2. All right, Treecko, we gotta lock in here. Let's go! Critical capture! I want to check the sandwich. How long has that thing been running for? This might be the fastest ever shiny hunt I've had. Cancel. Almost gave it a nickname. Dude, that was literally 3 minutes. We found the shiny. 3 minutes we found shiny Treecko. There's no way, dude. That's insane. 3 minutes. Oh my gosh, this place is OP. Sorry, Salamence. Oh, I gotta save. You know what? I always forget to save. Dude, there's no way. That was so easy. Why is Rowlet giving us so much trouble then? Let's see if we can find another one. Dude, the exact same thing happened with Sobble yesterday. We found it like 2-3 minutes into the sandwich of a normal Encounter Power 2 sandwich. It wasn't even a sparkling one. I mean, like, what other ones are there for us to get over here? Is that all the grass ones? Oh, Snivy. You know what? We haven't looked for Snivy yet. Yeah, I want to stay. That was so fast. I want to stay up here a bit longer. I'm going to stay up here a bit longer. And then we're going to go over to the Snivy area. Rowlet just doesn't want us to catch it, I guess. Literally, like, 2.5 hours. Rowlet, nothing. I mean, Treecko, 3 minutes. And I got a Nodi in Pokemon Go. Dang it. It said battle hard and returned. I thought it was, an egg was about to hatch. That red tail stood out a lot. Can't describe this, so usually I just put on videos in the background noise. When I do other stuff with you, I'm straight up watching. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. This is, I mean, the shiny luck has been absurd lately. We've got some entertaining content. Like yesterday with that, oh my gosh. That's literally Sobble just all over again. Sobble yesterday, it was 3-4 minutes into the Encounter Power 2 water sandwich. We get it. Then here we are doing Treecko. And it's the same thing again, dude. There was the one guy. I don't remember. Oh my god, his name started. It was like Thor something. I don't know if he's in the chat here today. But yesterday he said he had 19 out of the 26 starters. I'm like, you have 19? I have 0. Now, here we are. What? Less than 24 hours later, we have 4? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 4 of them. Hey, I gotta tell you guys something. If you don't have the shiny charm, I would suggest you complete the Pokedex so you get it. I have never had this kind of shiny luck before. And if this is what the future has in store for us with now having this shiny charm, you guys better buckle up. Because the shiny hunts are gonna be insane. Dude, I wish we could do the legendaries. I did the react video to the, I reacted to the, what's it called? The trailer for, the trailer for what? What's it called? Indigo Disc. Indigo Disc. That trailer, we reacted to that. And the number one thing I was excited for was the legendaries. And you can't shiny hunt them. The number one thing I wanted to do was shiny hunt them. I don't want to just catch them. If I want all those legendaries, I can just transfer them from Pokemon Go. I will note, Incineroar is still my favorite shiny we've gotten for the starters. Dude, there's so many times where I'm walking around, don't even know anything about Pokemon. My friend told me to turn the stream, it's entertaining. Yo, Azzy, I appreciate it. Thank you. Shiny hunting is easy to understand. We just run around until we find one that is a different color than the rest of them. It's easy. Well, I mean, it's not easy to do. It's easy to understand. Sorry. Gotta be specific there. You don't want... I mean, I don't need to shiny hunt Axew, because like I said, again, I have a bunch of these Haxorus. And so I transferred a shiny Haxorus from Pokemon Go to here. It's so cool. I feel like that'd be a fun one to shiny hunt, though. To get it in-game. Maybe it's because we have Incineroar. Maybe Incineroar's the luck. God, I saw that horsey over there. I thought it was one for a second. Maybe having Incineroar lead is the luck. Because Incineroar was leading the party when we got all of them except Incineroar. Yeah, all of them but Incineroar. Incineroar was leading, because obviously, I mean, we caught Litten, and then that gave us Incineroar. But Incineroar was leading the party for Tepig, it was leading the party for Sobble, and then there it was just leading the party for Treecko. It was the cluster that spawned right here, is what gave us the shiny. Let's go, dude! I was getting worried there. I was like, we can't have a stream where we don't get the shiny starter. Here we go, turning up with Treecko. Like, and then the only ones left that I really want are Totodile and Rowlet. If I'm being honest. You're not shiny, right? No, it doesn't look like it. Look, he's camouflaged in there. Ow! Well, he's not letting me run away? Fine, Treecko. I'll just... You're gonna die. Adios, Treecko. Yeah, exactly. A wild bush. Oh, no. I'm spamming B. I don't want him to evolve. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Do I have any Everstones? Everstone. Oh my god, I have 30. How'd I get so many? I didn't have any just a little bit ago. One thing I'll note, if you're standing still for a while, I noticed a bunch spawn around you. Why don't these Treecko let me get away? The item printer? No, I think I just picked them up running around. I genuinely can't get over how cool Shiny Incineroar is. The gray with the white, it looks so good. Ryan, thank you for tuning in. How many do you have so far? So, we have 1, 2, 3, I believe just these 4. We got our first one yesterday, Incineroar. Then 2 minutes later, we got Tepig. Then we did a water sandwich. And we have, we got Sobble 2 minutes in. We've been looking for Rowlet for 2.5 hours, found nothing, decided to look for Treecko. 3 minutes into looking for Treecko, we found Shiny Treecko. So I'm just looking for another Treecko now, if I'm being honest. See if we can get another one. Because Treecko is one I said that I wanted, I want to have it as just the... Now, yeah, Treecko, honestly, I'd be cool with just having it be Treecko. I don't need to evolve it. That's my first ever shiny Treecko, though. Not even in Pokemon Go have I managed to get one yet. This area is so cool. keep seeing those Skarmories, and I don't know what they are. Yo, Persian Place, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. I appreciate it. I'll be live, same time, same place tomorrow. The streams normally end during the week like this at like 3:30, right around there. That's normally when I end them. I'm gonna start doing them starting next week though. They're gonna start earlier, and they'll go so the streams will be longer. Like right now I'm streaming like noon to 3. I'm gonna start doing like 11 or like 10 or 11 to 3. When am I streaming? Thursday? Same time, same place. Dude, I was gonna do Showdown, like I said, but I mean, we're doing so good with these shiny hunts. I might just keep this up. Try to get as many all the starters I want. You know what? A shiny Snivy would be cool. Maybe we go over there. It's not even like we're using a good sandwich. I'm just using Encounter Power 2. God, you know what would be sick to see in game? A shiny Altaria. The gold. That's like the Noctowl during the Munchlax hunts. All them Noctowl and Hoot Hoots we saw. Those were cool. Those were really cool. Because they're gold. You know what? Maybe we do... Maybe I do a night stream then one day. Stream during the day, a shiny hunt. Then a night stream, we can do... Showdown. Do both. I don't know if I could do actually, because I gotta. The video is gonna take so long to edit that Nuzlocke video. Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be like an hour long. The footage is gonna be like 6 hours of footage I have to condense down. It's gonna be so long. It's gonna be worth it though. It's gonna be a good video. I don't even know where does Snivy spawn? I don't even think I've seen a Snivy yet. I haven't really been over in that area, so I assume it's that way. Did you not timestamp? Oh, no, I have the... So when I'm streaming, I can also record. So I recorded everything. So I have all of the footage. And everything's like split up. But I mean like I'm not gonna show like the entire gym battle. I think what I'm probably gonna do is like I'll commentate over parts and cut it down. Should upload the Rowlet story. See, I want to make that. I do want to make that a video. Maybe I do just rip that one from the stream right here and just post it as is. Just post that, and then I'll eventually make the good. Like, dude, I want to make a good video with that. Like, dedicate actual like time and everything to it. Because like in this, I gotta make sure I get everything right in order. Like, there was a couple times in there like I didn't remember the name of Focus Sash and that stuff. Like, or not. Look, I didn't even, Muscle Band. I couldn't remember the name of that. Like, I'm messing stuff up like that. I'm kind of like perfectionist when it comes to that stuff. Like, I don't want there to be those kind of mistakes in the video. I mean, honestly, you guys like... I gained so many subs telling that story. That actually might be a good idea. We gained so many subs while I was telling that story. I should just post that as a video. You know what? I might do that for tomorrow. I'll stream during the day tomorrow, and then we'll post that as a video tomorrow night. I'll do that. I'll do that. Mr... Is it Mr. Dino? I hope I said your name right. Mr. Dino. Thank you. We'll do that. We will do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Perfect. Wednesday video. Dude, we're climbing. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000. The 1,000 sub special is getting closer and closer. I told you guys, the video we have for that, there's 2 videos I'm going to do for that. One is the surprise. I haven't told you guys what it is yet. If I'm being honest, thinking about it now, that video is going to be, it's going to be a pain to make. It's going to be, it'll be worth it, though. It's going to be such a cool video. Mr. Dino, okay, I'm saying it right. Perfect. The surprise video for the 1,000 sub special. Or Geo. Oh my god, Geo, it's you. There's no way. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. That is you, right? The, what was I just saying? The surprise video? Oh, I didn't even see what was in there. That wasn't a shiny in there, right? No. The surprise video is gonna be so much fun. It's, I'm excited just to document it. You guys will understand what I mean when you see it. But then the other video, the one we've been talking about for a while now, is the biggest, not biggest. Yeah, it's me. All right, Geo. All right, perfect. I'll just call you Geo then. The other video is not the biggest pack opening. It's the highest stakes pack opening. It's the most expensive Pokemon product I will have ever opened. For those that don't know, when you hit 1,000 subs, you can monetize your videos. And I've always wanted to open up a... or would it be considered base? It is Johto base, technically. Neo Genesis. The first set from Johto, generation number 2. I've always wanted to open up one of those packs. Not English, Japanese. Because in Japanese, it's guaranteed a hollow pull. Look at all the Treecko right here. It's so sorry, I'm getting off track looking at the Treecko. Every Japanese pack of Neo Genesis is guaranteed a hollow pull. That's how a lot of the old vintage Japanese packs are. The thing is, the packs were like, I was going to open one, but they were like $150. I'm like, I can't justify opening up buying a pack for $150 and opening it up. Like, I don't want to do that. So I always said that if we get to the point on the channel here where I hit 1,000 subs and I'm then able to monetize my content, then to celebrate that, I will spend the money on the pack and we'll open it up for a video. Also, too, that's one of the reasons why, like, there's a lot of new people in this stream. I'll explain this. The main reason I started making these videos in the first place is because, like, we were talking about the Rowlet and all that stuff with the Decidueye playing Unite. That stuff, like, I've said so many times, I wish I, like, streamed all those games so I could have the footage of all that. Like, I wish I had that so bad. So that's why I stream this stuff now, because, like, I'd want to, have, like, the footage of all this stuff when I have the crazy pack openings, the shiny hunts, all this stuff. Like, finding that Treecko in 3 minutes. Like, I want, like, having stuff like that, documenting that is the main reason as to why I'm making these videos in the first place. And there we go. Got away safe. Sorry, I heard the red blaring. I'm like, we're gonna die. Yo, Mayo, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. But see, I keep getting off track. I gotta get back to this. The 1,000 subscriber special is going to be opening up a Japanese Neo Genesis pack. Guaranteed hollow pull. The pack's like $250 now. But I'm going to get one. We're going to open it up. And just hope and pray we get a Lugia. Because Lugia's in that. That was the first set that Lugia was ever in. Lugia is my favorite legendary. If we get that, that'll be... Oh my gosh. I'll lose my mind. That'll be insane. I opened Neo Genesis. I don't remember how. I think I described it before. I opened a Neo Genesis pack out of a product that was like I think the product had to have been from like the Diamond and Pearl era or something like that. And it was like one of the products that like had old packs in them. I opened up a Neo Genesis pack out of one of those because I have a first edition Holo Steelix that I remember pulling out of a pack. I remember opening the pack and getting the product. I don't remember exactly what the product was, though. Honestly, it might have been one of those, like, funky mystery products that are, like, scams now. But back then, they actually sometimes had actual stuff in them because the stuff wasn't worth as much back then. So it might have been one of those. Nonetheless, I'm going to open up one of those packs when we hit 1,000 subs. It's going to be so crazy. I was debating whether or not I stream it. I was thinking about doing that too. Just streaming it and making it a video. Because, like, streaming it is no different. Like, me recording it, like, it's no different than me streaming it, I don't think. So I might do that. First ever pack opening stream. We open up the Neo Genesis pack and we pull a Lugia. Like, that's the best card in the set. I'm not, like, expecting to pull that. I want to pull that. The other cards in that set, they're really cool. All the starters are in there. I think every starter has 2 artworks as well. Kingdra's in there. You know what? What else is in there? Let me check. What are the other good... I know. Kingdra? I think Skarmory has one. God, if I got Skarmory, I'd be pissed. I gotta knock on wood. I'm gonna get Skarmory now that I said that. Alright, here we go. There's Ampharos, Azumarill, Blossom for Alligator, Heracross, Jumpluff, Kingdra, Lugia, Meganium, Pichu, Skarmory, Slowking, Steelix, Togetic, Typhlosion. The ones I want the most would be Lugia, Typhlosion, Kingdra, Feraligatr, Ampharos, Azumarill, Meganium, Skarmory I don't really want, Blossom don't want, Jumpluff don't want, Pichu would honestly be kind of cool, Heracross, no, I already have that, Steelix, no, I already have that, Togetic, not really, and then Slowking, oh good lord, there's one energy that's a holo too, that would be devastating. Slowking would be cool, but Lugia's the main one we want. Don't have school till the 8th, Puffton. At least I teach the kiddos that have to be taught. You a teacher? You don't go back till the 8th? Dude, this year with, like, the breaks and stuff, all the breaks I know, like, went right up until, like, my break too, pretty much. Went right up until, high school teacher. Hey, that's awesome! My favorite teacher ever was, my junior year high school U.S. history teacher. High school teachers they're the best teachers. Get any shinies today? Got Treecko after 3 minutes of looking. Look, Treecko's going to throw hands! Oh, well, he got beat up. We looked for Rowlet for 2.5 hours we spent looking for Rowlet. Didn't find anything. Spent 3 minutes looking for Treecko and found it. I couldn't believe it. No, but all the breaks and stuff, like, went right up until Christmas. Because Christmas was on a Monday. All the breaks went up till the Friday before Christmas. So it didn't even feel like Christmas time. Like, the holidays are done. Decide my fate? UIC or Dominican University? For schools? Why are you asking me that? Is there greater context to that? I mean, bad at decisions. If I say in some magical world, I was in the exact same situation making that decision. Say we look back and I was in your shoes making the exact same decision. I would lean towards Dominican over UIC. That's just my opinion, though. If I was in that exact same scenario, that's what I would pick. May or may not have been in the exact same scenario as well. What mod are you hunting for right now? So honestly, I'm just looking for another Treecko. If I'm being honest. Like, we got the one in 3 minutes. I'm like, let's just keep looking for it. God, you can't have their decision be based on what I say. You gotta come up with, like, some other reasoning. Extremely loud wrong buzzer. Now we're looking for Treecko right now again. Because, like, we got it so fast. If you want... Azzy, you message me on Instagram at you followed me already. Message me on Instagram. Dude, also, too, if you guys want to ever contact me, best way is Instagram. Mayo, you got to get Instagram. You're always trying to tell me you want to send me stuff. Like, you got this magical Panseer drawing. Instagram. Instagram's my favorite social media. I hate Twitter. I like TikTok, but you can't message on TikTok. Instagram's the easiest for messaging. Sandwich is up. What should we look for now? What should we look for now? Yeah, I want to go try to figure out where Snivy is. I don't think I've caught a Snivy. Let me check. I can check the decks. That direction. Here's the thing. I'm assuming they're over there because that's the only place I haven't really been. I don't think I can get Mudkip yet. Can I get Mudkip? No, yeah, I haven't even seen a Snivy yet. Wait, actually, where the heck would Snivy be? Wait, what? Oh, 87, 88, 98. I'm sitting here counting them. I thought each... Okay, never mind. That makes sense. Alright, let's go find a Snivy. Where do I get... I'll do Mudkip if I can get it. Where... No, Mudkip's the coastal biome. I don't have that one yet. Yeah, Mudkip's coastal. Last year ago, I did a really big Pokemon pack opening stream on Twitch. It was the most I ever had watching my live. What'd you open up? A big opening, what'd you open? I've never really done, like, big openings, I'd say. Because, like, honestly, like, I only really open what I like. Like, if there's something I really like. Obsidian Flames, I love that, so I open a bunch. And I said I was going until I pulled a Charizard. That wasn't a shiny Tauros, was it? Oh my god, there's a Snivy. Well, I guess we'll never know if that Tauros was shiny. But we did find a Snivy. I guess we'll never know. Look, this place is kind of weird. We have the poop bugs. Sandile. A bald eagle. There's no way. Did you see how far I was from that thing and it said I ran into it and encountered it? There's Sobble. Dude, what? The water, dude. The water makes the game lag. Terra Crocodile. I don't see, we saw one Snivy, dude. Look at all the things to get. Snivy's probably going to be a mass outbreak one too, right? Look, there's a Rowlet all the way over here. So where does Snivy spawn? Oh, that's a Trapinch. Was that a Trapinch too? No, that's a Rowlet. Yeah. Darkness Ablaze, build a battle deck, whole box, Champion's Path, Trainer Box, Sword and Shield, Trainer Box, Double Clash, build a battle deck. Dude, Champion's Path. We opened a bunch of that set. Champion's Path. This is before I made videos. That set was just grueling. Because it had the 2 Charizards, which were so cool. But there was literally nothing else in that set that I personally really liked. There was like a Duraludon V that I was fine with. The Gardevoirs were pretty cool too. Actually, well, did Champion's Path have the Salamences? I don't recall off the top of my head. Sent the DM. Perfect, perfect. Your friend got the Rainbow Rare Charizard. Say Geo buy as Starbucks. Starbucks is too expensive. That's a waste of money. Starbucks is a waste of money. That stuff's so expensive. I don't drink coffee myself. I don't really like caffeine stuff that much. Like, dude, I drank a glass of Dr. Pepper last night when I had dinner at like 6, and I try to go to bed at like midnight. And I couldn't fall asleep. Like, what the heck? Your friend got the Rainbow Rare Zard, though. That's crazy. Dude, I never pulled the VMAX Charizard. I pulled any variant of it. I opened up Darkness Ablaze, Champion's Path, and Shining Fates. Didn't get the normal one, Darkness Ablaze. Didn't get the Rainbow Rare one in Champion's Path. And didn't get the shiny one in Shining Fates. None of them. You named your Incineroar after Professor Kukui? I might do that too. I'll like adjust, like, because we're going to give it the ability, the hidden ability. We'll change the moveset, some stuff on it. We'll do all that in a bit. Probably like a later stream. Chipotle. Chipotle's hit or miss, I feel. For me, I feel like I can never get enough food at Chipotle. I have to buy 2 burritos to be full. Actually, that's how it is whenever I get a burrito. I need to eat 2 of them to be full. My favorite, if I'm eating out, my favorite place, like, for chain fast foods, no, Raising Cane's. You want to talk about waste of money. If I go to Raising Cane's, I need to spend $40 to get full. Like, you get like you spend $20 on a box, you get like a little pack of sauce, 4 chicken fingers, and fries and some bread. I'm team Chick-fil-A. I'm Chick-fil-A over Raising Cane's. No matter what. I love that Chick-fil-A sauce. It's so good. I have it at home. The Chick-fil-A sauce. I use that all the time. What I like to do, like, my brothers hate this, but I'll make just plain white rice. I'll eat about a cup of the white rice, which is the whole thing I make pretty much. Sometimes I'll make a little bit more, but no one ever eats it, so I'm the only one that eats it, so I'm the only one that makes it most of the time. I'll make a cup of white rice, just plain white rice. And in the air fryer, I'll make some chicken breast. And I just salt and pepper the chicken, take the chicken out, put it on a hamburger bun, dip it in Chick-fil-A sauce, eat that with my white rice on the side. That's like my favorite. I might have that tonight for dinner. That's like one of my favorite meals to have. And I will admit, it is kind of bland. If you don't like Chick-fil-A sauce, it probably isn't the best. But dude, that might be my favorite. I think that's the meal I've eaten the most, I'd say, in the past 2-3 years. That's the #1 meal I've eaten. McDonald's sauce? What kind of sauce does McDonald's have? Like the Big Mac sauce? The Big Mac sauce is good. But I like I love Chick-fil-A sauce. The Raising Cane sauce. I don't know. Maybe just because I like Chick-fil-A sauce so much, I don't like Raising Cane sauce. I haven't had it in a while, too, though. You know what? I might have to try it again for you guys. Do a food review. I don't eat on stream, but we might eat on stream to eat Raising Cane's. Do a mukbang? There's no way. There's no way. Nuh-uh. I can throw down, though. Like, me just eating it looks like a mukbang. Like, I was going to get McDonald's the other day. Like, how much would it cost, though? I'm like, well, I would get a large fry. I get some chicken nuggets. I get, like, a 10-piece nugget. And I get 4 McDoubles. It was, like, $35. I'm like, what? I don't really eat out much. Because I have to spend so much money to eat enough. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I eat a whole cup of rice. Like, that's a lot of volume. I mean, I work out twice a day. So I got that appetite. I lift in the morning and swim in the afternoon. So I'm doing a lot. My uncle's works at a Chick-fil-A, and he went to their offices. They had a sauce that they only had there, and they don't sell in stores. I feel like I've heard about that before. I think one of my cousins knew someone, or did I have a cousin or a friend? So I knew someone else that worked at Chick-fil-A, and I thought I heard the same thing. There's some magical Chick-fil-A sauce they don't have in the stores. I'm like, what? How do I get that? I mean, dude, like, if it's better than the normal Chick-fil-A sauce, that might be like, I mean, that might be like some godly, like, Chick-fil-A sauce to me is the best sauce there is. Was that Rowlet standing on the bush? Oh, no, he's flying. I was going to say, I didn't know they could stand on these bushes. You can just walk through. Like, they can stand on the trees here, but look, I can't walk through the tree. Karada just runs into it and gets a concussion. What was I going to say? I had another place I like to eat. Panda Express. I like Panda Express. There was this Chinese place by me. Dude, it was like, I think it was like 16 bucks. You get about, what is the equivalent to maybe about a little over half a cup of white rice with your meal. You could get the dinner. You get this egg drop soup. And then about a half a cup of white rice. The white rice just comes with everything. And then orange chicken. Dude, the container of orange chicken was like this big. It was massive. Like, when I first started going there, I couldn't even eat the whole thing. And I would go there all the time, dude. It was like 16 bucks for this massive container of, it looked like if you had a party and you had tons of leftovers and you put it in a Tupperware container. That's the amount of food they gave you. It was insane. And then you get the rice with it. You could get fried rice as well, but I just prefer white rice. So I'd always get white rice. They had egg rolls, and if you ordered on the phone instead of in person, you got a free egg roll if you spent X amount of money. So I'm there, I'm getting this. I would never get the egg drop soup. I would always just get the orange chicken with the rice, and then an egg roll as well. I'd get 2 egg rolls, actually. Because you buy the 1 egg roll to make it go up to be enough to where it was like maybe just over 20. It was like maybe $20 exactly. And you get the extra one because of the egg roll. Or was it 16 when I would buy it myself? Because every time I bought it, normally I'm buying it for a bunch of people. I'm not buying it for just myself. Nonetheless, their orange chicken was so good. And they closed. They closed a little while ago. So now, I'm like, I got no Chinese place to go to. I've gone to a couple of them. Because, like, orange chicken, sweet and sour chicken, General Tso's chicken, that's my favorite stuff to get from these Chinese places. And everyone I've gone to, bad, 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 bad. This place, it's like Attack on Titan I was explaining yesterday with anime. I watched Attack on Titan as the first anime I watched. And that set the bar so high, everything is, like, below it. Like, nothing is as good as it. It's the same thing with this orange chicken. I had this orange chicken that was so good. Now, everything else I have is, like, bad. Go to walk and roll. I'm writing this down. I've been dying for a place. Walk and roll. I'm gonna check it out. But Panda Express is like the closest thing I can get to it right now. And like Panda Express is fine, but like they don't give enough food. Like, I went there, I got a plate. I got a bigger plate, actually. So I had 3 entrees. Because I did double orange chicken. And then another orange chicken. And I did the white rice instead of the fried rice. And that was sufficient. But, like, it just wasn't as good. Hooters shrimp. Dude, my friends, like, had, like, Buffalo Wild Wings, Hooters, all those different places, they're all, every time I've gone there, the food's just been bad. Like, Buffalo Wild Wings, I hate. My friends always want to go there. And every time I go there, the food's like, I've gone there, I think maybe like 4 or 5 times. Every time the food's either cold or it's not good. I'm like, man, like, I don't know, you can probably tell, I'm not a picky eater. If I'm going out to eat and, like, paying money for the food, I'm a picky eater in that way. Like, I'm not a picky eater. I want it to be good. Like, that's what I should say. I want it to be good. Like, McDonald's? Dude, I mess with McDonald's. I like that a lot. They've gotten expensive, though. Like, I've been protesting the McChicken since 2019. Because it went from being on the dollar menu. It was great. I'd go there all the time. Get 3 McChickens for like $4. You get your McChickens, you're out the door easy. $4, you get 3 of them. Because, you know, they're $1 each plus the tax. Now they're like $2.50 a piece for a McChicken. It might not be $2.50. It might be like $2 or something like that. Still, it's more than it was. Yo, Puffton, thank you. I appreciate you watching. To everyone, like, normally there's a bunch of people that are watching. Not everyone's typing in the chat. As long as you guys are watching and having a good time, I appreciate it. You guys don't have to type in the chat and everything. Trust me. I can sit, like, I was thinking about this. Like, I watch a lot of streamers, and they kind of just talk to the chat, which I like we're doing right now. I enjoy doing this. But, dude, I can talk on my own. Like, the Rowlet story earlier, I was going for an hour just talking about the Decidueye. Then Leon Swabble Hater? Thank you for watching, by the way. I appreciate it. Why do you hate Sobble? We got the shiny of it yesterday. What's wrong with Sobble? Grinding rocket racing in Fortnite? I haven't tried that yet. I love Fortnite. I play all the time. I play Fortnite probably outside of Pokemon. That's the game I play the most. I love Fortnite. It's so much fun. I've been wanting to try the band version and the rocket or the racing one. Yes, hello. You got context for the name. I watched a guy hunt Sobble for a whole month, and since then, it's stuck as a name, and I find it funny. Leon Swabble Hater. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in this one. That guy took a month to shiny hunt Sobble. Oh no, is Sawsbuck dead? Oh, it's alive. Sawsbuck looked like it was dead. It had its face smushed up into the block. Legs looked like they were broken. Sawsbuck, are you okay? I thought, who shot Sawsbuck? It looked like it was dead sitting there. He was like, hang on, let's see a couple of comments. It's like 3 times over the odds. Dude, we had the Frigaback shiny hunt that took 30 hours. But Sobble, that's insane. We got ours in 3 minutes. I had an Encounter Power 2 water Encounter Power 2 sandwich. Got it in 3 minutes. I couldn't believe it. Seniors with senioritis, though. The thing is with me in school, I'm like, in like middle school, my thought process kind of changed. Because I was just doing school. Like, I didn't really do homework and stuff. My parents got mad at me for not doing homework. And I had a whole bunch of missing assignments. And what they made me do was go to every single teacher I had. And it had, every time I turned in an assignment, I had to have the teacher sign off on it. And, like, you think, why, your parents probably aren't able to do that at this school. Like, the teachers don't want to do that. They emailed my, like, counselor or advisor, whoever it was in middle school, I remember, and had them agree to it. And all my teachers were on board, too. I'm like, well, great. So I had to go around every teacher, have them sign the paper every time I turned in a stupid missing assignment. And since then, like, ever since that, I was just like, I'm done with not doing stuff. So my whole mentality kind of changed after that. In, like, high school and everything, I'm like, it's like, I will admit, at first it wasn't like this. It wasn't until I really consciously, like, I didn't even know how to check my grades at the start. Once I figured out how to check my grades, I was, like, aware of it. I kind of view, like, school I view it, if I'm being honest, the best way to view it, to just get the work done, is to view it as a game. It's just something you have to do and get done. Like, just doing the work, and just like, you just don't have zeros, don't miss anything. Make sure you hit everything, get everything done, everything turned in, and make sure you just do it to, like, the standard in which it's expected to be done. And it sounds simple, but then when you think about it, it's like, oh, you gotta, like, then you have to, like, write an essay. and you're writing an essay and you need all these sources, these different citations and all this stuff. You need all these extra things. And it's like, well, you have to hit all that. Like, that's a lot of work. But it's like, yeah, it's like, but that's what it's expected to be. So, like, I don't know. For me, I became almost like a perfectionist in school. Like, I have to have absolutely everything done, everything turned in, all good grades. Like, last semester, I had all A's, didn't miss a single day, and had, well, I don't even know what the GPA, I don't know GPAs. All I know is A's or B's. I had all A's, no missing assignments, no absences. That's kind of like, I viewed it as a game. I was just like, I gotta just do it and get it done. Like, I almost tricked my mind in the sense where, like, I got enjoyment out of seeing and here's the thing too, I got 100% in one of my classes. I had enjoyment out of seeing the 90s in the grade book and stuff. Like, I made, like, literally, like, tricked my mind into thinking, like, that's, like, I treated it like a game. Josh Olson, thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. My accounts are yelling for not knowing how to check my grades. Dude, with schools, every school does a different, like, grade book and stuff. Like, it's like finding your grades. Like, once you find it, it's easy. But finding it on your own is like, dude, finding, like, a needle in a, not a needle in a haystack. What's a better example? I don't know. Some, like, buried treasure or something like that. Puffed American's education system is so weird. You know what? I'm going to wrap this stream up here because I have to go. But I'm going to do... Gonzalez's CWI class hurts me? No! Don't say that! Puffton, next time you tune in, I actually want to hear about... Because you said you're in Scotland. I took a sociology class. And we learned about different education systems throughout the world. Scotland wasn't one of the ones we learned about, though. So I actually want... Because you're a teacher, I want to hear about what it's like. But we'll do that in the next stream. That is all for today. To all those that took the time to tune in, thank you so much. I mean, let me check real quick. This is the most subs we've ever gained during a stream. I started the stream at 8:15. Now we're at 8:22. 7 subs during the stream. Tons of viewers during this stream. Had a great time today. To all those that took the time to tune in, I thank you all so very much. Puffton, thank you for tuning in. If you want to message me on Instagram, I'd appreciate that as well. Again, that's the easiest way to contact me and message me. Leon, the Swabulator, thank you for tuning in. Azzy and Gio, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Mayo and Josh, thank you for taking the time to tune in as well. LJ, thank you for tuning in. Everyone that took the time to tune in today, I thank you all so very much. Everyone that was chilling, hanging out, you guys are the best. Shiny hunting today, successful, got Treecko, can't complain about that. We'll be live tomorrow, same time, same place. I think we might, should we grind some BP tomorrow at the start and then look for Mudkip and stuff? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out what we're going to do exactly for tomorrow. But we'll be back here playing once again. Same time, same place. Probably go live around maybe 11 a.m. or noon. Somewhere right around there. And then stream till about 3:30 once again. That's all for today, though. I thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And this is the PokePlaya